Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. I'm just quickly using some energy so then that way I can start the Lostbelt and not feel worried about how long the first cutscene's gonna be, since I know there's gonna be a long cutscene. So I'm preparing ahead of time by using some of my AP. Because why not? I feel a slight fear, so I'm gonna stun him. There, this should be good. Whee! Preparing myself mentally and physically for the Lostbelt 4. Bring on the pain. No fear, no fear. Never feel fear. There's nothing to fear. Not bad. Also, I feel so powerful being level 90 again, or having my people be 90 instead of 45. 45 hurts. It's nice being back to normal. And that should be enough AP, I'm sure. Hello? Yeah, that's good. Yay for freebies. Now time to go in. Samsara of Genesis and Terminus. Yuga Kshetra. Ooh, you've read the Mahabharata and Ramayana since you originally played it? I still gotta read those for the lore. Oh, the K silent. On December 31st, 2019, the entirety of human history was erased in a single stroke. Every trace of civilization was wiped out, and in its place, the Earth was left a bleached wasteland. No one knew why or how it was done. All that was clear is that humanity had been utterly defeated. No, it's worse than that. We never even had a chance to fight back. Our destroyer was known as the Foreign God, a being from a distant star wielding unfathomable power. Anity. We have a message for all of humanity. This planet will soon be reborn as an old, brand new world. Oh, I was scared that my mouse just died. But no, it's still working. Human civilization was a mistake. The path of our growth was incorrect. And so I have made my decision. I will revolt against all of human history. Proper human history. We are about to fill this world with inhuman mystic secrets. We will restore the Age of Gods. To that end, the gods have descended from a far-off galaxy, and in their wisdom, they have used 7 seas to select new leaders. These leaders will make this planet as they see fit, and the one who reigns supreme shall be given the right to renew the world itself. The life forms of proper human history will not be permitted to take part in this war, or even to view it from the sidelines. Trees of creation have sprung up all across the land. Now all of the old humanity's endeavors will be set aside, frozen. Ooh, hello? My name is Woldheim. Hirshtaria Woldheim. On behalf of the 7 cryptors, I have a message for those of you who escaped from Chaldea. No, rather, I have a message for the scant few remnants of the human race. We will be the inheritors of this planet's history. Except I'm gonna punch all of you in the face. Cryptors. The 7 masters of the old Chaldea who are supposed to save the world. David Semvoid. Ophelia Farmsalone. David, I do not know about you too much yet, sir. Ophelia is the harem protagonist of her world. I respect that. She got all the people going after her. Good for you, Ophelia. Beryl Gut. Beryl, I don't really know too much about you, so you're to me. Kadak Zemlopus. Kadok. I love your design. You are a beautiful man, but I'm glad I stole your girl. Heh. Hello. Akuta Hinako. Well, I got you on my side, so she fine with me. I just gotta bring her hubby home. Scandinavia Pepperoncino. I like him. He has a fun-sounding name. And from what I remember inside of the Lostbelt, he seemed very supportive, so I like him. And their supposed leader, the foremost disciple of Chaldea's first director, Krishtaria Wodime. Mr. Wodime. I don't know how I feel about you. I remember Ophelia really liked you. Though you seem like a pretty cool dude for the fact that you brought back your teammates because you're like, you know what, foreign god, if you're gonna bring me back, no, you gotta bring my friends back too. So I respect that. Akuta just wanted to be with her husband. That was her goal, so I don't blame her. That's dedication. No one had even been certain they were still alive. But no sooner had they awoken that they turned on the world that they had been meant to protect. Chosen by the foreign god, the 7 cryptors were entrusted with caring for the Tree of Emptiness. The enormous trees that appeared around the world after its scoring. Each Tree of Emptiness was followed by a Lostbelt, a hypothetical history that had been pruned from the Chronicle of Humanity. There was the Russian Lostbelt, where humans had fused with beasts in order to survive in an ultra-cold environment. There was a Scandinavian Lostbelt, where Ragnarok gone awry had robbed the world of any possible future. I'm still salty that Mama Scatty didn't want to come home for me. And there was a Chinese Lostbelt, where a single ruler who achieved immortality carried the rest of mankind on their shoulders. These and other Lostbelts were to grow their territory, with the one emerging triumphant becoming Earth's official history. As far as the cryptors were concerned, their only enemy, or rather, competition, was the other cryptors competing to establish Lostbelt's dominance. Did Jinchi Huang come home? Not in game, but I got his plushie from a gacha box. I was happy that I got him. Part of me thought I was gonna get Sigurd, and that I'll have to raise him in my game if I got him in a gacha box. The few remnants of old humanity, Chaldea, were no more than a tiny bump in the road. Ah, look, it's our old Chaldea. Before the world was wiped clean, the cryptors had mounted an attack on the Chaldea Security Organization's headquarters and destroyed them. Chaldeus was frozen solid, and ray-shifting, the only possible means by which humanity could have prevented the Great Reset, was lost. No, not this scene! Man, I miss Caster Da Vinci. But though many lives are lost, and the survivors were forced to make a desperate retreat, the last master of Chaldea still lived. Thanks to the Shadow Border, the all-terrain void transporter that had been developed in secret, and its cross-dimensional zero-cell traversal method, the survivors successfully escaped into void space. Having evaded the Great Reset, they emerged in the Russian Lostbelt a few months later, in April 2020. They went on to defeat Kadok Zemlupas, the cryptor assigned to the Russian Lostbelt, overthrow the Lostbelt's king, Ivan the Terrible, and cut down its Tree of Emptiness. That was fun. I liked being able to ride on a golem and punch with it. Then, after another battle in the Scandinavian Lostbelt, they arrived at the Wandering Sea, a workshop that was home to the only other survivors of humanity. I still regret not saying goodbye in this Lostbelt. I feel mean for ditching during food time. All that food that went to waste and me not saying goodbye. I was mean. Now they have gained a new ally in Sion Eltnam, an alchemist from the Atlas Institute left in charge of the Wandering Sea. I got Anastasia because I am NTRing all the cryptors. Not on purpose, I'm just NTRing them. And are setting out on the next step for the quest to defeat the cryptors and the foreign god. So, how was that recap? Did I do a good job jogging your memory? Like it was yesterday. Huh? What about the Chinese Lostbelt? Or the other things that happened? Yeah, what about the Chinese Lostbelt or the other things? Oh, you do not need me to tell you about those. They just happened recently after all. I will save the recap on Gordov's grand adventure for another time. Anyway, it has now been a few months since you returned from the Chinese Lostbelt. Once you're all rested up, I'm going to have you head out on your next order, Lostbelt number 4. Where you will investigate a strange Lostbelt that has been repeatedly expanding and contracting. Moreover, the captain will be joining in on your adventure into a dazzling realm of Indian mythology. Thanks, Captain. Of course, if I had known then it would take this long to get ready, I would not have hyped it up quite so much. My original calculations had me convincing Captain a bit sooner than this. Hey, it wasn't your fault we all got caught up in that ordeal. Honestly, I'm just glad we were able to verify that we can actually ray shift again.
Indeed. Now we know for certain that we're able to ray shift from the Wandering Sea as well as from Chaldea. While the ability to observe time and space outside the Lostbelts may not help in our efforts to remove them, having more options available can only be a good thing.
By the way, which incident are they referring to? Is it where Gordov became... Is it where Gordov went to the Enmate? Or Gordov going to become a Tokugawa? Or something else? Gordov's grand adventures.
Though, that's not to say some of us aren't a bit worse for wear. I say, Director Gordov, has your weight returned to normal yet? It has. Not that I had any say in the matter. I still don't think it's right that I was the only one who didn't get to go on break.
What do you mean, Gordov? You went adventuring.
Nor do I see why we need an obstacle relic like ray shifting when we have the Zero Cell. Go on, Mooney. You know I'm right. Tell them how you and the whole staff are just sick and tired of ray shifting as I am.
Aw, he even made a nickname for Munair. Mooney. That's cute.
What are you talking about? They're both mind-blowing technological achievements. You've just gotta use them right. Also, I was on the staff at the original Chaldea too, so if anything, I'm way more used to ray shifting. You agree with me, right, Misaki? Ray shifting is way more fun than zero sailing, isn't it?
I mean, either way, also being isekai in my dreams. Yeah, I guess. Monotone. Honestly, neither one's exactly a walk in the park.
Et tu, girl? Harg, why did I have to be born so ray shift compatible? Oh, never mind all that, Sion. There's something I've been
there's something I've been meaning to ask you. We know now that the Cryptor's accursed leader, Krishtaria Wodime, is in the Atlantic Lostbelt. I'm also told it's the largest Lostbelt in the world by far, and that the branches of its Tree of Emptiness cover Earth's entire stratosphere. So what possible point could there be in making a pit stop in this Lostbelt in India?
Or the Saint Quartz. I need Saint Quartz. It's not a pit stop. We need to go there to ensure our chances of victory are as high as possible. By getting Saint Quartz, I can summon more. According to Trismegistus, the ocean occupies most of the Atlantic Lostbelt's territory. And we are not talking a modern-day ocean here. We're talking about one from the Age of Gods, filled to the brim with ether and demonic beasts. As things stand right now, we have no way of crossing an ocean like that safely. If you were to enter the Atlantic Lostbelt now, you would just end up as so much seaweed.
I see. Does that mean we can't get there in the border?
I'm afraid not. Estienne and I have been talking about it, and we both came to a conclusion that it's just not possible to make the border seaworthy while preserving its existing functionality. Just because it can sail in void space doesn't mean it can do the same in reality space. Each ocean requires a completely different means of traversal. And since the border is an all-terrain void transporter, we can't allocate that many resources only to make it capable of sailing on real water. I guess we could technically do it if we made the hull bigger, but if we did that, we wouldn't have nearly enough staff to run it. A vehicle that size would need at least 60 professionals to be operated. Can you guess what resource we are at lowest on just now? I guess that would be human resources. Yunair and the rest of the border staff are all doing their best, but... Right. So you are going to acquire what we need in the Indian Lostbelt. Huh? So... you want us to recruit more people there? By getting Saint Quartz and then summoning. I got you, girl. No, nothing like that. We already know that you cannot bring anything native to a Lostbelt outside it, right? No, this is a simple matter of earthbound coordinates. India has everything we currently lack, so you are going to go there to get it all in one fell swoop. Is that not right, Captain? We're all done making adjustments and attachments over here. All you have to do now is personally activate the Aronnax Phantasm in India and attach it. Yes, I will go with them. It's been several months since I started helping out with the border's maintenance. It might be as slow as a sea turtle, but I can't help but have some affection for it after all this time. And I know the Phantasm needs to be activated very carefully, with a precise ritual and only at particular coordinates. I don't know if we can even use it in the Lostbelt or not, but we'll never know unless we try. That said, I'm the one who's going to decide what it becomes. That part is non-negotiable. Sure. Especially if you join my Chaldea, let me summon you, dude. And if I decide it's not going to work, I'm going to come back on my own. Got that, Sion? Sure, as your master, I'm okay with that, though I seriously doubt you're capable of being so heartless. Humph. What are you talking about? We're talking about my coming along with you to India. I thought you'd already been told about that. Da Vinci, do you remember seeing a steel, pyramid-shaped object somewhere around the dock? Well, it's mine. I'd like you to store it in the border for me. In the worst case, we can use it as a shield. Oh, you mean that weird-looking thing that almost seems like apart from a car body kit? Aha! Is that the Aronnax Phantasm thing you were just talking about? Yeah. It's not much use for a mermaid that can swim around the ocean freely, though. I can't say I know what you're talking about.
But the more servants around who can keep me safe, the better.
Thanks.
Anyway, glad to be here, everybody.
I wonder who Gordolph would summon if he could summon one.
Oh, and don't worry about my seat. I already installed one for me, and it only takes up half of Munir's space.
Half. Wait, he doesn't seem upset with that, luckily.
Whoa, really? That means Captain's gonna be sitting next to me.
Ooh, good luck going for Yang Guifei and Raiko. I want Mama Raiko too. Fran surprised me so much yesterday. And heck, I even saw double for Arc Knights today.
This is my big chance to show him what I'm made of. I can't wait to get started. Alright, but is that our only objective in India? Does this mean we don't have to cut down this tree of emptiness?
No, you will definitely be needing to eliminate the Indian Lostbelt while you're there. Given that it seems to be indirectly responsible for the recent race shift incident. Recent race shift incident. Tokugawa. The Indian Lostbelt. There is a very good chance that these histories that were pruned away after they were deemed unnecessary contain significant and unprecedented threats. I have determined that we cannot leave this Lostbelt be just because it's low on our list of priorities. Besides, there is still so much that we don't know. And not just about the trees of emptiness. What is going on with the cryptors? Who are the alter egos claiming to be disciples of the foreign god? Every Lostbelt we investigate provides us with more data. Misaki, Mash, Da Vinci, Gordolph, Munir. As the one supervising the command room, and as someone personally wishing for your success, there is something I wish to say. You need to eliminate every Lostbelt. We have no choice but to fight, regardless of how painful that choice is. You need to eliminate them both to improve our chances of victory during the inevitable climactic confrontation, and to return human history to its proper place. Sion. Whoops, scratch that. I should know better than to get overly serious before you've even headed out on a mission. I am sure we will run into more than enough trouble in the Lostbelts, so we should at least try to enjoy ourselves while we are in the base. Alright, that is all for now. Please make sure to review the particulars of this mission on your mobile devices. Sweet, I have a magical cell phone. This order will commence at dawn. Be sure to get plenty of sleep and come to the dock by the time we agreed on. Plenty of sleep? What is that? Got it. Roger that. Got it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, but I got it. That's what energy drinks are for, Sion. Huh? Da Vinci? Are you sleepwalking? Hello? Is she sleep standing? Okay, oh, she's not sleepwalking, she's sleep standing. She's just standing there menacingly. Oh, Misaki, what's up? We have less than 6 hours until the mission starts. You should head back to your room and get some rest. I doubt we'll have many chances to get a full night's sleep once we're in the Lostbelt. Who knows when you'll get another chance to stay in a bed that doesn't rock. Ooh, konnichiwa. You might want to check your watch. It's actually time to go right now, Da Vinci. She's just been standing there menacingly for 6 hours. It's time to go, Da Vinci. Huh? It's already time? Have I been sleeping standing up this whole time? Yes, you have. Oopsies. I didn't really want to go back to my workshop, so I guess I ended up resting my eyes first a little longer than I meant to. Well, I feel silly. Anyway, go on and head down to the dock. I'll catch up with you guys soon. I hope Da Vinci's alright. Where did she get those roller skates? She just skated down the hall like it was a giant rink. Look at her asserting her dominance even more. As I had thought, Da Vinci is having some operational difficulties. Funny to see Neza here. Neza? When did you get here? Yeah, when did you get here? I just saw you in Salem. I have been behind you for some time. You must have been so focused on Da Vinci that you didn't notice. In any case, this is a good chance to tell you this. You can't let Da Vinci push herself too much. She is doing everything Leonardo da Vinci would be doing, but while in a much smaller body. That obviously puts tremendous strain on her now. You must be aware of that. She may have inherited Leonardo da Vinci's duties, but she is a pseudo-servant, just like Mash is. We may differ in format, but she and I are very similar. I understand how she is feeling. No, scratch that. I do not know how she is feeling. Da Vinci is so strong. Neza? I said too much. My apologies. So please, keep this between us. Promise? I am coming along to the Indian Lostbelt. I hope we can continue to get along. Same here. Glad to have you with us again. Glad to have you with us again. I like how I went from Salem to here. Just because of that. Nice to see you again. It's almost like it was just yesterday. Understood. I promise. I will not let you down. That said, the jewel in my chest is acting up a bit. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. The Indian Lostbelt is a very bad place. Every part of my spirit origin is warning me not to go. Even so, every Lostbelt is dangerous. I am the crown, Prince Neza. I must not back down from a challenge. If things go bad, I know you will help me. I'm sure I have nothing to worry about. I feel like in Salem, Neza spoke more complete sentences. Let's go. The others are waiting. Maybe it's because the jewel in her chest is acting up. Oh man, sorry I'm late. I can't believe I took so long to get ready. Maybe there's something in the Lostbelt that affects people with mechanical bodies. That's why Da Vinci is acting up too. It looks like you're all here. Then let us begin the final rundown. Your destination is the Indian Lostbelt. Your objective is to help Captain get power up the Shadow Border, explore the Indian Lostbelt, and ultimately eliminate it. Sion, I know your priorities. I got you, girl. Captain and I will handle the Shadow Border side of things, so please do not concern yourselves with that. What I would like you to focus on, Master Misaki, is cutting down the Indian Tree of Emptiness. I estimate you should have room in the border to fit about 20 days worth of supplies. While the Aeronax Phantasm will be loaded to the hangar, loaded into the hangar as supplemental equipment. You will not need that. You will not need to account for it in battle, and it is not meant for offensive purposes.
I take it we'll be summoning reinforcement servants within the Lostbelt again, as we have done thus far.
Correct. From here, you will need to travel across void space to get close to the Indian Lostbelt. And from there, you will need to immediately undergo another zero cell in order to make your way inside. Consecutive zero cells are draining, even for servants, and Da Vinci's protection safeguards can only do so much. So I think it is best if we keep no more than 3 servants on standby in the border.
Then, no matter how many servants we win over to our side in the future, we'll only be able to take 3 of them into a Lostbelt with us.
That's worse than being a Pokemon trainer. At least as a Pokemon trainer, I can have 6 with me. Ooh, hello, hello. That is how it works out, yes. I'm not saying we can never send more than 3 if we really have to, but the servants summoned inside a Lostbelt are more powerful anyway. So when you get there, I would like you to secure a ley line and use Mash's Holy Relic to form contracts with new heroic spirits, just as you have in the other Lostbelts. No worries, Sion, I was summoned there. Alright then, as the Wandering Sea Command Room Supervisor, I have an order for those of you on the field team. As of this moment, Novum Chaldea will be transitioning to its first battle position. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna get. My big bro was nice and he pre-ordered the bundle, he already paid it off. He said that I just need to pick it up for him and then I can keep one. And I think I get to choose, I'm not sure actually, he might choose. But either way, I'm getting a free game so I can't complain. Field team, go ahead and board the border, starting with Master Misaki. Once I have confirmed all of your vitals are green, he will begin a zero cell. Oh, though the thing is, if I have to pick up the game, I have to make sure I get it at the quote-unquote midnight release, which is never at midnight here, because I gotta get the freebies that come along with it. So I probably can't stream that day because I'm gonna have to camp outside of GameStop. I'm just gonna have to live there for who knows how many hours to make sure I'm one of the first people in line so I can get all the freebies. That is my mission for when it comes out. And officially commence Order Lostbelt number 4, along with its suborder, Horned Monster. Make sure you all give it everything you have, and I look forward to your safe return. Ooh, hello, hello. Ooh, where to set out? I guess I had too many here. Let me just... Yep. I gotta raise the ones who have ultra good success rate. Let me see. I will use these first. That's a happy amount. There. Yeah, that's enough. Now we can set out. Where am I setting out? Who knows? Loading. Activating Paper Moon. Initiating planet navigational chart ± convergence. Commencing Shadow Borders docking sequence into reality boundary. Proper human history resemblance C. Lostbelt depth A. Firing existence verification tether into reality space. Anchor point at heroic spirit. Beeps. Virtual nautical chart confirmed. Zero cell complete. Emerging into reality space. Whee! I imagine zero sailing probably feels like... Have you ever been on one of those fair rides where you go Like it slowly goes up, super duper high, just vertically, and then it just drops you. Or like that, but reversed. Reality space anchor secured. Reality verification complete. Establishing Shadow Border's existence within Lostbelt. Zero cell return successful.
Good. We've made it back to reality space.
Oh, foe. Oof. That violent shaking never gets any easier. Are you okay, Master? I'm fine. I'm used to it by now. This emergence felt a lot like the one in Scandinavia. Probably felt that way. And actually, I do like that ride, so if it's like that ride, zero sailing might actually be fun.
You don't say. You've got good instincts, Misaki. Heh, not so fast. Just take a look at how adaptedly I'm carrying myself. Why? I'm the very picture of dignity. A zero cell is no worse than a drive in the rain for me. Surely, all that rattling must have been a dreadful sight, more difficult for a freshly summoned servant who's never left that lukewarm base of yours, no?
I feel quite as powerless as a krill. One already in a whale's stomach at that. But never mind. So long as I am at sea, even the most violent upheaval is as a gentle breeze to me. If anyone should be worried about getting seasick, it's you guys. This ship could and should be much more comfortable. In particular, I like to add a bit more in the way of padding to my cushions. A good captain must always take care of his crew. After all, had I known how uncomfortable these chairs were, I would have prioritized making improvements. Hey, I'm glad to work together to keep the border systems in good shape. But I'm not about to let you go tinkering with tiny things like that on your own anytime soon. Even something as small as changing the air freshener we use in the bathroom could lead to fighting among the staff. I'm actually being a lot more considerate of everyone on board than you might think, you know.
That is good to hear, but this is the sort of problem that should have been addressed in the planning stages of creating this vessel. You might have the most advanced vessel in the world, but it will do you little good if your crew is in too low spirits to make proper use of it. I guess the previous Da Vinci had no idea how difficult a voyage at sea could be.
Ouch. Well, you've got me there. The last version of me was a genius, but she was definitely kind of insensitive about things like that. Still, she did make this amazingly capable armored vehicle back when nobody had any idea what was going to happen. I'd say that more than gets me off the hook for overlooking little things like cushions.
Quite so. The next time we build a vehicle, we'll be sure to pay more attention to the creature comforts. In the meantime, we have made our way through the storm wall and are now inside the Indian Lostbelt. We should begin by assessing our surroundings. First things first, Mr. Munair. Can you see this Lostbelt's tree of emptiness? Yeah, I think that's it over there. I can see something far off to the southeast.
That looks like a tree of emptiness to me too. Or it could be a giant broccoli or cauliflower.
So, it has already taken root, as I suspected. Furthermore, it appears to have already grown considerably. But unlike in China and Scandinavia, at least we know where to find it. That should save us a good deal of time.
Then let's go cut it down right now.
Just like that? Are all Chinese robots so bold? No, that would be too dangerous. The tree is very far away, and I doubt the enemy has simply left it undefended. Oh yes, that reminds me. I'm aware we have yet to define this term for our current circumstances.
Oh yeah, speaking of Mob Psycho 100, I'm so happy that they have another season currently ongoing. I enjoy it. This boy is Reagan.
But there is almost certainly another enemy we will need to face here. Given what we have seen thus far, there's an excellent chance that there are that there is a cryptor assigned to this Lostbelt, and a king who has been ruling it since prior to the cryptor's arrival. It is therefore in our best interest to gather as much information as we can before we prepare to face them. While this particular tree of emptiness does seem to have grown considerably, it also appears to be in a fairly stable state. So we do not seem to be under any immediate pressure. Of course, if things should take a sudden turn for the worse, we will have no choice but to act. But for the time being, it should be safe to prioritize investigating this Lostbelt. Whatever steps we take, we should begin by getting to the bottom of this case, or, that is, this unknown history.
Wait, this season might be the final? Oof. Well, as long as it ends, like, properly, and they don't rush the animation.
Yes, quite. Very well. We will start by gathering information. It is important to know exactly what sort of dangers one is up against, after all.
I see. Understood, for now. Alrighty, let's see if there's anything else of interest around here. What's that? What is that?
It would seem there is something else visible to the naked eye here. Something a fair distance from the Tree of Emptiness in its own right. Fascinating.
It's very, square. It's very, big. It's big.
What the hell is that? Is it natural? Man-made? Hurry up and scan it, man! I'm working on it. Come on. It's no use. I can't get a read on it with anything. It's like it's deflecting any attempt to scan it.
Uh-oh, maybe it's alive, kind of like the thingies in the sky when we were in the Chinese Lostbelt.
I thought it might be some sort of magecraft-based structure, but if it doesn't show up on magical energy scans, perhaps it isn't. It seems all we can do is barely make it out with our eyes. Which would mean that, empirically speaking, we can't even be sure it's truly there. I suppose one possible explanation is that we're all just seeing things. You mean a mass hallucination? As in, a vision from space? Warm hospitality. A frightening girl. Gah, my head.
Please calm down, Director. I'm sure that was just Holmes trying to make a joke. Oh, so.
At any rate, the only thing we can say for sure is that at this point, is that we have no idea as to what's going on. Though, I do wonder if this may have anything to do with that mysterious girl we saw near Russia's Tree of Emptiness. In the sense that we could also see her despite being unable to observe her with any instrumentation. Then again, I suppose she did technically appear as a sort of blank spot on our sensors, Regardless, we still have far too little information to work with, so there is nothing to be gained from drawing conclusions now. I guess we might be able to get some readings if we got in close. I can't say I'm thrilled about the idea of getting near that thing, but if you want to head over there and try. Don't be daft! Why would we go inside that thing when we don't know the first thing about it? Why, if something were to happen to the border, or to me, mankind's last hopes would be dashed for good. No, our first order of business is to ensure our surroundings are safe, and then to ensure I'm safe. Isn't that right, technical and administrative advisors?
You're not wrong. Lostbelts do have their own populations, so we know there's got to be a town around somewhere. I can't tell yet if there's one near that giant cube or anywhere else nearby. But wherever we find one, we shouldn't get too close to it in the border. Remember what happened in China? So if we're prioritizing information and supplies, I think we should start by looking for a campsite. Luckily, the environmental readings are all stable, so we can assume we're safe enough to focus on keeping a low profile. I'd really rather not use the camel function if we can help it, since it's a major resource hog. Now, where's a good out-of-the-way place we could hide at the border around here? Ah, that rocky mountain over there looks promising. Rocky Mountain, I just see the sky. Alright, we should probably decide on our plan of attack here. Just to make sure, how's the device holding up? The Aronnax phantasm's as quiet as a piece of coral, and it's not about to wake up anytime soon. I was afraid of this. Even if we get to the coordinates now, I won't be able to do the ritual to activate it as long as this Lostbelt is here. So we won't be able to use your fancy new device or update the border until we get rid of the Lostbelt. This Lostbelt, huh? I thought that might be the case, but that doesn't make it any less sucky.
What did you expect? One can hardly hope to win first prize without taking part in a race. In the race, we will need to cut off this Lostbelt sooner or later. So if anything, this only helps simplify matters. Indeed. Now as usual, my duty is to defend the border, seeing as it's the last bastion of hope for mankind and all. Misaki and Mash, as you two are our field team, you'll be working, well, in the field.
Wow, I'm working in the field, who would have guessed?
Given that this will be the fourth Lostbelt you've investigated, you should be old hands at it by now.
Understood. I'll do my best. Yes, sir. I'll be sure to stay alert while we're in the field. Like I said before, the environment here is a lot more stable than it was in Russia or Scandinavia. It's similar to China's climate in a lot of ways, but in addition to the physical heat and humidity, there's also a high concentration of mana in the air here. Sounds like over here too. Physical heat, humidity, and lots of mana. That means you won't be able to use the portable stealth device I gave you in China, just so you're aware. Still, at least we know you won't need to use the Allurus boards or any other special transport equipment here. So you won't have to worry about that. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Just the sort of enthusiasm I like to see. However, one can't live on enthusiasm alone. Having just two of you out in the field is a risk I would rather not take. So the servants who accompany you on your investigation shall be...
Sorry. I think that is a sensible decision, but I can't accompany them.
I was not sent here as a combatant. Were I to try to fight alongside Misaki, I would just get in her way. My job is to make improvements on this vessel. I may not yet be able to do so, but there is still a lot of foundational work I can begin now. The first thing I'm going to focus on is improving this bridge's shock absorption. As I said, these cushions leave quite a lot to be desired.
Hey, I was planning to get to them when I had time, you know?
Of course, I will accompany them. I have some connection to India as well. I am sure I can be useful.
Right. India has historically been close with China, where they called it Tianzu. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Thank you, Neza. I'm very reassured knowing you'll be there to help us.
Nonetheless, Neza alone simply won't be enough. Da Vinci needs to remain here on standby so that she can operate the border and at a moment's notice if necessary. And Holmes needs to stay so he can make full use of the border's instruments while he analyzes our findings. Suffice to say, Misaki, that you will need to bolster your fighting force if you are to carry out your investigation. To do so, you will have to try summoning new servants in the field.
Give me some Saint Course, Gordolf.
It's a shame that the Atlas Institute servant wasn't more accommodating, but there's nothing we can do about that.
I see Gordy's in a really good mood now that he has another servant staying behind who can keep him safe. I agree you'll need to start by summoning new servants, but as I say, every cloud has a silver lining. And this particular summoning has two of them. First off, electricity. Thanks to Sion, we have another disposable booster you can use, like you did in China. She said it's called a void cell. I gotta say, the Atlas Institute comes up with really interesting stuff sometimes. As a refresher, just hook it up to Mash's shield and it'll provide all the resources you need for the summon. Unfortunately, thanks to all that time it took to make everything, it's only got enough juice for 2 servants. But hey, it's still way better than flying a kite in a storm, right? Second, I already found a perfect ley line for summoning, and it's well within walking distance.
I concur. Once you have bolstered your forces there, you can begin investigating our surroundings in earnest.
Understood. We'll make sure to do that. Well, no time like the present. Let's go! I wish I could use this to summon. Like, just in regular gachas. Oh, well. You sure you're okay with this, Gordy?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, I just figured you'd want to say, hold it. I'm the director and I give the orders around here, or something like that.
Oh. Well, I will admit I did come up with a few authoritative directives ahead of time. But I ultimately decided they weren't necessary, given how this Lostbelt seems fairly peaceful. And if there is no point in saying them, well, why waste my breath? It's only good sense.
Of course there's a point to them. They're very important. Go on, Gordy. Hurry up and say something.
Oh, well, if you insist, and it's not too late. Ahem.
I thought they were gonna cut him off right then and there.
Hold it. You're forgetting something pivotal. Pivotal.
What's that?
Your commander's orders, of course. We can't start an operation without them. Go on now, line up. Back straight. Never mind the salute, just listen up. Misaki, as the captain of the Shadow Border and the director of Chaldea, here are your orders. You are to investigate this Lostbelt spreading across the Indian land, and to find the means of felling the Tree of Emptiness as soon as possible. In addition to eliminating this Lostbelt and protecting Earth from this invasion. You are also to secure a path that will enable us to further modify and evolve the Shadow Border.
Yes, sir. On it.
Yes, sir.
That's more like it. When a mission's especially difficult, that's when you need to send them off with high hopes. We're really coming into our own as a team. I think we'd even give the old Chaldea a run for its money.
Ooh.
The final Dark God. How edgy. Delicious Saint Quartz. Initiate Point. Meeting Hope in a Lonely World. I would like to meet Hope. Ooh, pretty.
I have to ask, are you sure this will work? You had a fairly rough go of it in China, didn't you? Granted, I was so out of sorts early on there thanks to having to confront my mortality that I wasn't able to make the same sort of cool-headed decisions I usually do. I actually don't quite remember what happened very well. Still, I do recall hearing something about being unable to summon servants there. You don't have to tell us, we're all fully aware. But I think we'll be okay. China was a unique situation, even for a Lostbelt. Still, for what it's worth, I don't think Misaki will have any trouble summoning capable servants here.
Same. All we have to do is give it a shot. Is everything ready, Mash? Yes, everything is in place for the summoning spell, and the connection to the Spirit Origin briefcase is stable. Running final checks. Done. Heroic Spirit Summoning System Fate. All systems green. Go ahead, whenever you're ready, Master. Time to see my gotcha luck. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call, and abide by this will and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear, I embody all that is good in the world. I shall defeat all that is evil in the world. Seventh heaven clad in the three worlds of power, come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. Do I have to... Wait a second. Should I have been chanting this during all the times that I didn't summon Merlin? All the times I didn't summon Himiko? Should I have been chanting that? Shoot, I gotta, screenshot that real quick. Since I'm starting to wonder, maybe, just maybe, I wasn't able to summon them because I didn't say the chant. Shoot. I am Rama, a saber, and the great king of Kosala. I wish I could have summoned your waifu. I am Lancer. My true name is Karna. It is good to be here. It worked, Senpai. We couldn't have hoped for a better result. Yo, look at me summoning a 4-star and a 5-star. This is great. We even know them already. This is great.
Whoa. Good. I knew I had it in me. Why, these servants I summon are perfect for tackling India. With a lineup like this, I dare say we've already as good as won.
Well, technically, it was Misaki that summoned them. This is such good news, it almost makes me want to run around whooping for joy. I won't, of course. But at least Fo can hop around gleefully in my stead. Go on, Fo. Fo.
I see. Now I understand. So we are fighting for Chaldea on behalf of proper human history. Indeed, it sounds as though your path thus far has been quite arduous, Master Misaki.
It's fun seeing you guys again. I keep on remembering you, Rama, as the one who keeps on being wrapped around in a blanket and being carried around by Nightingale.
But now that you've summoned me, the King of Kosala, an avatar of Vishnu, your worries are over. No matter what manner of hardships may lie ahead, my sword, a bane to all evil, will rend any obstacles you encounter asunder. And on the slight chance I'm not enough by myself, you even managed to summon Karna, the hero of benefaction. This goes far beyond just good luck. Just how many good deeds have you done to earn this kind of karma, Master?
I don't know. I needed good karma to summon him? I have good karma then? I summoned him. But what about the others I couldn't summon? What kind of karma did I need for them?
You give me far more credit than I deserve. Still, I can promise you this, Master. Now that I have been summoned here, I will do everything in my power to see your will done. I await your orders. That said, as a Kshatriya, I could ask for no greater honor than to fight alongside the King of Kosala. Truthfully, even though I cannot deny, I feel fortunate smiling upon us. I feel fortune smiling upon us. How very respectful of you. Son of Surya, God of Sun, I will feel most reassured knowing you have my back.
You're really happy about this, huh, Mash? It's the American American Singularity Reunion. Oh, yes. Although, I'm also just relieved. Since I already know very well just how heroic and dependable they are. I'm so grateful they were the ones who chose to answer your call. I'll say, even without the home advantage going for them, I'd say these were some of the best possible servants we could have hoped to summon. Ramakarna, Arjuna, and Parvati were my top choices from the Spirit Origin graph going in. But it was still a roll of dice as to whether any of them would respond to the summon. And if that weren't good enough, Rama and Karna are both enormously well known and influential here. Given all that, along with the fact that they know India like the backs of their hands, I'm sure they'll be even more helpful than usual. That said, I'm sure some things might be off for them here, given that it's a Lostbelt and all, but I'm sure they'll still handle it way better than us Europeans.
Speaking of which, what do you make of this Lostbelt so far? How is it different from the India you're familiar with? How's it different? How's it not different? I recognize nothing in this topography. No, it's more than that. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it feels like the air here is... Yes, it's very dry. It makes me feel... lonely. Yes, that's it. It makes me feel lonely. I have no idea what that might mean, though.
Lonely, huh? I guess it's not humid here. Huh?
And of course, I always make it a point to try and sense my wife whenever I materialize, but it seems she is nowhere to be found here. One more reason I feel lonely, I think. Ah, my beloved Sita. When will I get to see you again? I don't sense anything familiar here either. Well, I suppose there is.
Is something wrong? Are you picking something up? Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. For a moment, I felt a bit of the kind of tension I feel prior to battle. I was trying to figure out what it might be, but I couldn't come up with anything. I must have been imagining things, or perhaps my mind was playing tricks on me. I'm sorry, I can't be clearer than that, Master. Very well then, what do you make of the mysterious cube off in the distance? To be honest, I have no idea. I've traveled to all manner of countries in my search for Sita, but I've never seen or heard of anything like that. Nor have I. There is something about its shape that seems vaguely familiar. But I'm sure that is not the kind of answer you're looking for.
Not really, no. I could say that it looks like a giant die or an enormous 3D puzzle, but that wouldn't do us any good. We want to know what it's made of, not what it looks like.
Humph. If you proper human history servants don't know, then it's obviously something unique to this Lostbelt. In which case, the only way we'll find answers is by investigating it. You can start with our immediate surroundings, as I originally planned. Remember, the fate of the world hinges on us, so make sure you do your damn jobs.
Oh, the part where they're separated is fanfiction?
Oof. Hey, Master, I know he's your supervisor, but does he have to be so condescending? Does he not know I'm a king?
Sorry about that. He's a good guy at heart, I promise. Sorry about that. Gordy is Gordy. Maybe he's still on his Tokugawa reign.
Well, no matter. Given that I'm a servant now, I can certainly overlook a transgression or two.
He is definitely condescending, but also totally harmless. I recommend not dwelling on it. Well.
All right. Why don't we get our investigation underway?
We'll begin with the immediate vicinity, so just head in the direction we tell you, and we should be all set. You might run into a wild animal or two along the way, but I'm sure you guys will be able to handle them just fine. Wait, Achilles' heel wasn't in the Iliad or the Odyssey? So that was technically fanfiction too? Well, well, game. I see how it be. I see. Forcing me to do this way. I see how it is. I mean, at least I raised my mash. If I didn't, then that would be painful. Then I would suffer. But still, kind of a oof moment. Did I raise this outfit yet? Almost. This forces me to use mash again, especially with this outfit that I never use. Wait, what? Quick down? Why? Wait, quick art and buster effectiveness? Hey! That is a bad debuff. I do not like that debuff. That is truly evil. That is a big oof. Might as well fill up some gauges here. Wow, look at you, wolves. Doing a good thing. Using the power of friendship to become powerful. You don't understand? Imagine being able to use the power of friendship like that. What does this do again? What do you do again, Mash? Okay, increasing defense only. Okay. You know, this is fine. Yeah, this be fine. Fill up gauge. Yo, Mash soloing would be fun. Almost as fun as soloing with Merlin. Come on, fill up your gauges. Please. Thank you. Look how nice that was. Build up Arna's gauge for him. Very, very polite. No, I'm not gonna use that. Don't need to use that either. That's for herself. Oh no, don't need to use that. I'll use this. And all Karna. Wonderful. That was so powerful. Phew. We have more food now, actually. We just beat some demon boar. I'll eat that. I'll have some demon bacon. Lotus Plains. Okay, I'm gonna be here. Well. Hey, Mash. You did so good last time that I'm taking you along again this time. Yeah, woohoo. I would be suffering if I didn't raise her. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad because I'd have Neza come out, but still. Ooh, hello, hello. Right now, the trip is actually pretty good. Look how pretty it is here. We did end up running into some wild animals, but you all handled them no problem. That said... Oh? There's obviously something on your minds. You all look pretty puzzled. Indeed. Now that I've had a quick warm-up, I can say for sure that there is something strange about this land. I agree, completely. But I can't figure out what it might be. Yes, compared to the one we know from proper human history, was it?
It feels as though there is something unusual covering the entire world.
The big debuff. Debuffing Arts, Buster, and Quick is evil. It's like the loneliness you mentioned before.
Maybe, maybe not. It's nothing I can really put my finger on, nor can I put into words. All I know for sure is that, whatever it is, it's preventing us from performing at our best. It doesn't mean we can't fight, but we definitely can't use 100% of our power.
Wow, going from Salem to here, not being able to use 100% of your power. Oof. At least you guys aren't going back to level 45. That hurt. Do you think it'll get better?
Honestly, I don't know. Things might improve once we get used to it, but at this point, I just can't say. Nonetheless, I wouldn't pay it too much heed. Even if we can't use all of our power, we still have more than enough to carry out your commands. So don't worry about us, Master. All you need to worry about is telling us what to do. Now then, it looks like we have more hungry beasts to deal with. Let's take care of them quickly so we can continue investigating our surroundings.
More bacon for me. Yum. I'm assuming anyways. Bring on the bacon. Never mind. I can eat demonic grasshoppers. I've eaten crickets. I assume the demonic grasshoppers are similar tasting anyways. They might be delicious, who knows? Man, this debuff is so annoying. But I'm glad their levels are good. Not having proper levels hurts more. You got Carnifer's outfit and the fact that he's an AoE Lancer male too. I got Karna because Karna just wanted to come home. Apparently I had good karma to summon Karna. Which is very questionable from me. But I had good karma. Or I had. Had is the key word. I forget when I even summoned him. He just came home. He just showed up one day. I'm like, hello, sir. Nice to see you here. Are you lost? Would you like a place to stay? You can live in my Chaldea if you need to. Ooh, hello, hello. More gauge filling. Heh, heh, heh. I don't think I've seen any of those movies. Probably not. Time to use all noble phantasms. Perfect. Heh, heh, heh. Yay. Extra power. Wait. Were you single hitting again? I forget what you do. Yep, single. So I might as well put you here. And, or actually, there. Heh. Good job, Mash. Ooh, it's a very good horror. You know, slashers are fun. Though for some reason, those types of movies make me hungry. Like, extra hungry. Man, the background for here is so pretty. And I shall be eating demonic grasshoppers today. Delicious. So hey, what do you make of the area so far? It's beautiful here. We've been able to get a handle on it to some degree on our end, but I'd still like to hear your thoughts on it now that you've experienced it for yourselves. Well, I can see a lot of placid bodies of water around here. They're all covered in lotus flowers, and it's very pretty. And there's also plenty of dry land, so we haven't had any problems walking around. Basically, it's surprisingly normal. It's almost strangely peaceful. It's very, very pretty. Well, of course, water is essential for living things to survive. It looks like there are large rivers here too. So it would seem it's just as environmentally stable as China was.
Oh? The signal is that... Just as I suspected, a world with a pleasant climate is bound to have people, which also means it's bound to have towns. I just picked up what appears to be one such town in the direction you're headed. I'll send you the coordinates now. Be sure to approach it with the utmost caution.
Okay. I will approach and not look suspicious. How does one not look suspicious? Tranquil Hill. Oh, though I'm climbing a hill. Ouch. I can finally bring people. And of course, I'm only gonna bring people. Aw, there's no bonus. I miss bonuses. I've gotten too used to bonuses. Bonuses felt so lovely. They were wonderful. I will miss them. Close your eyes. Clasp your hands. Offer your prayer to the God above. Those three things are an important part of our daily lives. We all have to do them. My father complains about everything, but he still prays every day, even if he always grumbles when he does it. And again, it's funny going from Salem to here because familiar face and now praying. If I forget to pray at the right time, he gets really angry. Well, he's always angry, but he gets even more angry. I think if I had a mother, she'd get angry too. I've only heard about mothers in stories, so I don't know that for sure, but that's what I guess. Prayers are very important, so I can't blame them for getting angry. That's true for routine prayers, and prayers just for the sake of praying. Praying is an essential part of our lives. We pray, and we pray. And we hope that our God hears us. We live our lives the best we can. We try hard to be good people. So please, O great God above, please guide us to the next Yuga. Oh, she's so cute. What's all the commotion outside? I'm gonna take a look.
Where do you think you're going?
It's okay. I already finished my prayers. Come on, Vihan. Oh, she even has a doggo.
Once we confirmed the town was safe to approach, we decided to take a closer look, as there was only so much we could learn at a distance. That said, this isn't what I was expecting.
It feels vaguely unsafe here. It definitely doesn't seem too peaceful. It feels vaguely unsafe here. I'd have to agree. There are a number of broken buildings, and the fountain is just jutting out at an odd angle. It would be a beautiful town square if it was properly maintained, but as it is now, it feels kind of run down. What about townspeople? Are there any there? Yes, there are, though it feels like they're giving us a wide berth. I don't see any furry-eared beasts like we did in Russia, and it doesn't look like the ages are skewed like in Scandinavia. At a glance, they look like perfectly ordinary people.
They do seem to be wary of us, but I don't sense any overt hostility. I imagine they would react similarly to any unfamiliar visitors. It would seem they're sizing us up, just as we're sizing them up. In that case, it's best if we don't give them unnecessary cause for suspicion. We'll refrain from calling you for the time being, so please use the time to focus on gathering as much information as you can.
Understood. Alright, here goes. We're not suspicious, hi. There's a girl looking at us very intently. That doggo is adorable. Huh? Huh? She doesn't seem to be afraid of us either. I think I'll try talking to her. Ahem. Hi there. Could we talk to you for a bit? I don't even know what that berth is either. Yikes, you surprised me. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, don't worry. I'm always spacing out, so I get surprised a lot. If you just want to talk, that's fine with me. Say, can I ask who you guys are? I've never seen anyone else dressed like you before. We're travelers. We're part of a troupe of performers. Oh, it's a large space. That's right. This is Misaki and I'm Mash Kirilight. May I ask your name? I'm Masha, and this is Vihan. He's astonishingly cute, isn't he? Arf. Fo.
So you are named after the Hindi words for hope and dawn. That's lovely. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I am Rama, and this is Karna and Neza. You may have heard our names in stories of great warriors, but pay that no heed.
They don't seem to like those names.
Is it my imagination, or do the people here seem afraid of something now?
So if you're travelers, does that mean you don't have a home? No, we don't. At least, not in this town. Oh, that's a fun coincidence. Asha and then another Asha. You don't? That is terrible. Shockingly terrible.
Why is that terrible?
'Cause of the Kali, of course. You can't pray without a house, and if you can't pray, the Kali are gonna eat you up.
Kali? Asha, is that...
Father.
What are you doing here, Asha? Can't you see what's happening?
The Kali are here.
Everyone inside? Okay, I'm locking the door. Get ready to pray.
Ooh, that Asha was voiced by the same person who voiced my bestie Say.
Nice.
Get inside, hurry. The Kali are here? But these travelers don't have a home. Father, can we let them stay in ours?
Of course not. I can't afford to look after a bunch of people we don't even know.
Understandable. That dad, I understand. He's being a good dad. Do not trust me. Unfortunately. I am the harbinger. But wait, please. You're Asha's father, right? Can you at least tell us what's going on?
My name's Ajay. Use it. And I've got my hands full taking care of just one ulo. Sorry, but you're on your own.
On our own with what?
What? Were you born yesterday or something? With the Kali, of course. All we can do is lock ourselves up in our homes and pray to our god not to discard us. So that we don't become faithless, worthless people doomed to end up as nothing more than Kali food.
Go on, travelers. You've got to hurry and find a place to hide and pray. I'm sure you already know this, but the Kali...
Be quiet, Asha. We can't afford to pray for them as well as us. Master, all the other people are gone. It looks like we're the only ones left still outside.
They must have all gone back to their homes. Now what should we do? I know Asha told us to hide, but...
Get back, Master.
Oh, that's the Kali. What is that thing? Is that the Kali?
Be careful. That is not the only one.
They're attacking everything in sight. Is that why the town is in such poor shape?
Kali. That's the devil's name. That must be one unique to Indian mythology, rather than the one defined by the Holy Church. I don't know how you Westerners categorize them, but we have always called them devils. I do get the sense that these aren't the same devils we know, but whatever they are clearly bent on causing destruction. No king can sit idly by and watch such destruction. These creatures will make worthy foes for my indestructible blade. My body still feels odd, but the effects are negligible. We should have no serious issues. Agreed. I'm not about to let that stop me from helping. Give us your orders, Master, and we'll handle these things.
Got it. Let's fight. Right. My Ortonax is holding steady. At better than expected readings. I'm good to go too. Armored Shielder, moving out. So these are the Kali that want to eat me. Well, it's eat or be eaten, right? Not gonna lie, they look kind of tasty. I've seen videos of people eating gators. Or maybe they're crocodiles, I'm not sure. I don't really know the difference since they don't exist here. But they do look delicious. I would eat them. They make them sound tasty anyways. I'm not prepared, since they're probably gonna live through this, unfortunately. But just in case, now I feel extra powerful. Great job, Musashi. I knew they'd live sadly. Oof, they did not like Musashi. Then again, Musashi did just kill his friend. Arjuna, try your best, my dude. Big oof since these ones are extra powerful. But I will use the power of Buster, which isn't gonna really help too much, but it's better than nothing.
Power of Buster.
粛清
やります。
は行きましょう。星の灯火が消え、
Good luck, Arjuna.
裁かれる。マハプララヤ。帰るべき場所に帰る。
Yo, the boy did great. That was wonderful.
悪を裁かなければならない。
Nice. I guess this place is called Bichu. Okay. Lancer and Berserker. I got this. There are more than I expected. This could be troublesome. Ah, stay back. Stay away from me. Please, dear God, save me. Ah.
It's my fault. I was one step too late. These people have no weapons with which to defend themselves. If their homes are destroyed, there's nothing they can do to avoid being eaten. This is horrific. I've been focusing on the collie going after the more fragile houses, but there seems to be no end to them. It's becoming a problem. I could wipe them all out at once with my noble phantasm, but that would also end up destroying the very people and homes we were trying to protect.
That's definitely not an option. We'll just have to do our best. We'll just have to do the best we can, taking them out one at a time.
Agreed. This is truly a race against time. Every second counts when eliminating these monsters. Good grief. When I decided to stay out of sight, so as to not interfere with your information gathering, I never expected you would end up suddenly fighting such an intense battle. It would seem I'll need to run all the instruments at full power, so as to not miss any data. So much for my break. Hold it. There is something else headed your way. Many somethings, I should say, and all distinctly different from the creatures you're currently fighting. What are these white beasts? Are they hostile too?
No, look. They're attacking the collie. We got allies? So they're on our side?
Not necessarily. I'm not sure if they eat people, or if they just hunt collie and simply mistook us for them. But if they're coming after us too...
Then I guess there's no point in wondering how these new creatures might affect the situation. We'll just have to follow Karna's lead and put everything we have into fighting back. We can't let harm come to anyone else. Please give us your orders, Master.
Oof.
I thought the enemy of my enemy would be my friend, but no. We be looking like tasty snacks. It's a curse looking like a snack, huh?
Big oof.
善を守り、邪を断つ。行くぞ。
But this should be fine, maybe. Probably not. But it's okay at least. At the very least, it is okay. I will just use all Musashi to gather her gauge. And yes, the enemy's enemy is still enemy in this case, which hurts. Big oof. Great job, Musashi. I hope we find more demon boars like that earlier one. So then that way I can pretend I'm eating demon boar meat tonight. That is my goal. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm eating them. I'll do it this way. For tonight's dinner, it's gonna be pork adobo. At least I think it's pork adobo. That's what my dad said he was making, but who knows? Oh, these are the mysterious white beasts. Pretty pretty. Oh, but they're so buff. I just noticed their power levels. Oof. But it's fine. I'm just gonna use everyone's normal phantasm, and this should be good. Time to believe. Power of believing. Just to give an extra bonus, critical up, because why not? And there. Time to sit back and watch the carnage. Nice.
星の灯火が消え、諸人は運命を裁かれる。マハープララが帰ってきましょう。帰る。照り返す太陽。
Phew, that worked. I'm glad that worked. If it didn't, then that would have been a big oof. And of course the item drop would be their horn. All nearby hostiles have been eliminated. We did it. We finally managed to get rid of all those demonic-looking Kali monsters and the white beast that showed up later.
As I suspected, it would seem those white beasts and the Kali are mortal enemies given how viciously they attacked one another. Indeed, nor did the white beasts attempt to destroy any part of the town. It was thanks to them that we were able to fend off the Kali. Though we did have to eliminate them as well, given that they also tried to attack us. You lot did this, huh? Now you've done it.
Oh hi, Ash's father. I'm glad to see you're okay, Ajay.
Humph. Can you tell us what these things are? At first, I figured these guys are from the other side of the mountain, since they don't pray. But I guess they really are just a bunch of ulo, who don't know anything about the Kali. Either way, I don't want any part of this trouble. What's there to tell? If you lot know what's good for you, you get out of here as soon as...
Miss, are you guys okay? You are? That's astonishing. I'm so glad you're alright. I'm glad you're alright too, Asha. What a relief to see you're not hurt. Yeah, I'm okay. But Vihan's, well... No, not the doggo! I see. He's dragging his leg. Poor thing. Yeah. He got it caught under a cabinet that fell down. When our house started shaking, I'm sorry, Vihan. Not Vihan. Oh.
God. Is there any value in a dog that can't run? What happened? The Kali are dead? And the sacred beasts?
Hello. Who are you?
I'm Prakash, the town's mayor. Are you travelers? Do you know anything about this disaster? We do. The beasts attacked us, so we killed them. You... what?
If you'd like a full account, then call for your finest scribe. It would be a waste for me to recount my exploits without someone present to record them. What? What? What have you done? How could you have killed the very agents of our god that keep us safe?
We didn't have a choice. It was self-defense.
Agreed. There was no other way. What's more, they were not the only ones we killed.
That's right. We also fought the creatures you call Kali. Please understand, we were only trying to protect your town.
Ha! Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing to understand. What you have done is unforgivable. It goes against every law of this world. Besides, the god's sacred beast would never attack people without a good reason. This is terrible. If we incur the god's wrath, if he thinks our town allowed, or worse, encouraged your vile deeds, we'll all be done for. Go away! Leave our town at once. You are no longer welcome in Bichu. Yeah, get out of here. You damn heretics will get us all killed.
Oh no. Could they be those people I've been hearing rumors about lately? Does this mean we're going to suffer divine punishment?
Well, this is unexpected. They look like that they might start throwing stones at any moment. What would you have us do, Master?
Let's get out of here for now. Retreat! I agree. It would be difficult to get any more information under these circumstances. Besides, I think we should try to avoid trouble with the locals as much as we possibly can. Let's go look for somewhere outside of town to set up camp. Poor travelers. Well, there goes our plan of not being suspicious. Time to live in the quiet field. This is my new home, y'all. Welcome to the quiet field. Actually, I like living here. This is pretty.
Well, this is a fine. How do you do? No sooner do you find a town than you get kicked out for fighting. You barely even had any intel to show for it. All you did was waste our precious time. First Russia, then Scandinavia and China, and now India. Why can't we ever catch a damn break? Good grief. When you're examining a crime scene with a magnifying glass, Gordolf, do you focus on the stain on your pants before even considering the evidence? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I have a stain on my finely ironed slacks? Oh no, I beg your pardon. Your uniform is quite spotless.
Of course it is. Any sailor worth their salt should keep their uniform white as snow. I had mine cleaned by the laundry type before we left.
Laundry type? I do recall seeing a weird-looking captain running around the base before.
Holmes? Do you mean that if we hope to find anything that might lead us to what we're seeking, we should be prepared to suffer a few setbacks at first?
Precisely. If you're too focused on your expense ledger, you'll miss the evidence that's right in front of you, my dear Watson.
Understood. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Damn it! That was my chance to be Watson. Curse my gentlemanly propensity to be so accurately aware of my appearance. I knew that, of course. I was just, playing devil's advocate. A nervous, high-strung devil's advocate. It was, just a cunning ploy to elicit that reaction from Holmes. Yes, that's it.
Oh. Anyway, we need to find a good place nearby where we can pitch camp, right? In that case, why don't you try asking the little bunny hiding in the tall grass behind you for a recommendation? Good idea, in that case. Please don't hide in there, Asha. Can you come out where we can see you? Yikes, you surprised me. Since we're already surprising her, I might as well introduce myself. I'm sure she can handle it.
Hi there, Asha. My name's Da Vinci. I'm a friend of Misaki's. I'm not actually there right now. I'm just using something called a transmission to send my voice over the air. There's also a detective here who might pop in every now and then, but don't mind him. He's harmless. Oh, we also have a commander who's obviously really bad with kids. But I'm having him sit this out, whether he likes it or not. Wow, it's just one surprise after another. You travelers really can do amazing things, can't you?
The other townspeople were eager to see us leave. Why did you come after us?
That's just like Connor, to get straight to the point. I was curious about that too, but still. Well, I wanted to give you these to thank you for saving us. Ooh, bananas, thanks. Nom 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 nom.
Oh ho, these are fine bananas indeed. You know, I used to feast on bananas that Hanuman would pick for me all the time. They were jewels of the heavens, so delectable a single bite could make your cheeks melt away in pleasure. But I can tell that these bananas are surely every bit their equal. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this gift, Asha.
Hanuma?
You know Hanuman, the monkey god? One of my closest allies? What's that? You've never even heard of him? Poor Hanuman. I guess even picking up and carrying a whole mountain wasn't enough to make you famous. You're in no position to be laughing at Lakshmana. Hold on. I sincerely doubt you can answer. I sincerely doubt the answer could be no, but let me ask you something just to make sure. Have you heard of the name Rama before?
Innocently cocking head.
What? My name is Karna. I am the warrior who once fought alongside Kauravas, the descendants of King Kuru. Have you heard of my name before?
Shaking head.
I see. Well, that is no surprise. I still have a long way to go before I reach the heights of mastery I strive for.
At least Karna took it well. Rama's in shock. Rama's like, what? You don't know me? Oh no, he pulled a whole, do you know who I am?
Don't be ridiculous, Karna. That's giving yourself far too little credit. It is no exaggeration to say that in the India from proper human history, there's not a single person alive who has not heard your names. That is how great your heroic deeds were. So if the people here have no familiarity with the myths of the past or the figures from well-known stories, that would mean that neither the Mahabharata or the Ramayana exist in this Lostbelt. Alternatively, they may have existed in the past, but have since been forgotten. Humph! How sad to think that the people of this day have never heard of my grand exploits. No, wait. Does this mean we can't even be sure my exploits happened here? And if they didn't, does it mean that neither I nor Sita existed in this India?
Either way, if Asha hasn't heard of you, there's no point in pursuing this line of questioning any further. I think it's best we stick to questions she'll actually be able to help us with, starting with our campsite. Asha, we're looking for a place we can rest for the night. Can you think of any good spots? Oh, the second H in Mahabharata is basically silent? Okay. Well, there's a cave near here we used to play hide and seek. Anything that would give us shelter from the wind and rain sounds great. Would you show us the way there? Sure, follow me. And on the way we can ask about the really important things like the you-know-what over there. Right, Asha? Can I ask you something? Do you know anything about that giant tree way off in the distance? Ooh, you're curious about it too, huh? So am I. It just sprang up out of nowhere a while ago. I was so surprised.
Is that all you know about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really far away, you know? Most of the people in town say it probably has something to do with our god. Like, God Skyboulder. That's actually just what I wanted to ask you about next. Is God Skyboulder what you call that enormous cube floating over there? Floating over those mountains? Uh-huh. God Skyboulder. So that's what it's called, God Skyboulder.
Now that we know its name, the next question is obvious. What exactly is it?
Well, that's a funny question. God Skyboulder is God Skyboulder. Ah, yes. It's been around forever, just like the sun and the ground. Everyone knows that.
Hmm?
I don't know what else to say. God Skyboulder is God Skyboulder, just like the sun is the sun. I'm positive my father would say the same thing.
Then why is it called God Skyboulder? Not that I can imagine how humans could have made such a thing.
I think it's because our god made it. Or maybe because he lives there. Sorry, I really don't know. Nobody ever goes near it.
Oh, and why is that? Speaking for myself, I find it an enormously compelling object of interest. Most mysterious indeed, but it is without a doubt worth investigating.
I just know it's got something to do with our god, so people are supposed to stay away. And besides, they also say that there's a lot of Kali around there trying to kill our god. It's not just me, my father, my aunt. Nobody in Bichu ever goes there. Oh yeah, we had to ask you about the Kali too. From what we saw, I'm guessing their attacks happen pretty regularly, but... Wow, you mean the Kali never come to your town, travelers? That's so surprising. You must be from somewhere really far away, especially if you can't even see God Skyboulder from there. But yeah, of course the Kali show up a lot whenever a Yuga is about to end. And since tomorrow's Kali Yuga, I bet there'll be way more tomorrow than there were today. Huh? What are you talking about? You mean you don't know? I thought everybody knew lots of Kali show up on Kali Yuga, since it's the last Yuga and all. That's why everyone always locks their doors even tighter and prays even harder than they did for Devapara Yuga today.
Question. What will happen when tomorrow is over?
You mean you travelers don't even know that? That's really surprising. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. Even Bihan. I mean, it's something as natural as the sun giving us daylight, you know? Let's just say we're from somewhere really off the beaten path. A place pretty much at the ends of the earth where everything from society to history is fundamentally different. So please, tell us, Asha, what happens when Kali Yuga is over? Why, our god passes judgment and everyone dies, of course. Of course. Of course, right? Of course. Yeah, I totally knew that. But then, if our god decides you're worthy, he brings you back to life, and the first happy Yuga starts all over again. Well, that kind of reminds me of Salem. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay. Well, this will be interesting to see. Time to enter my cave. Now she can do the thing. What, you don't know about that? What, have you been living in a cave or under a rock? And I'll be like, yes. Yes indeed, I do live in a cave now. Munch munch. Waffle. Fofo. These bananas are really good, but I'm glad we found a good campsite, but these bananas are really good, but okay, the banana was actually bigger than I was expecting. Munch munch munch. Let me just make sure I have these yuga straight, Asha. I'm just wondering, is Rama talking with a banana in his mouth? So would he be like, well, let me get this straight, Asha. In this world, the first yuga lasts for 4 days. Nom 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 nom. The second lasts for 3. The third lasts for 2. Nom 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 nom. And the final one, Kali Yuga, comes on the final day. Do I have that right? Nom 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 nom. Uh-huh. Oh, but they do say each yuga used to be way longer a long time ago. Once upon a time, I heard there used to be things called years and months during each yuga, though I don't know what they are. Maybe that's why my father always says it's a lot harder to keep track of things like anniversaries now. I wonder if he remembers that my 4,000th day of being alive is coming up soon.
Then, when Kali Yuga's over, you said a god will pass judgment.
I'm gonna do some math work real quick. 4,000th day old. How old are you, Asha? 4,000 days in years. That is... She's about to be... She's getting close to 11 years old. Okay, now I know how old Asha is. Did math. Via Google.
Then, when Kali Yuga's over, you said a god will then pass judgment, killing everyone and bringing them back to life, right?
An actual god? I guess it's certainly not impossible. Especially given what we saw in Scandinavia, but still. So this judgment is just a normal part of life here? Uh-huh. As long as you pray, everything stays the same, just like how the sun rises when it's morning.
It would seem our shared perceptions of normality are fundamentally misaligned. This could be quite difficult. After all, it only makes sense that someone who perceives such abnormalities to be entirely mundane would find them unremarkable.
We'll just have to take each difference one at a time. Let's start with something simple. In this case, I think it's got to be defining exactly what a yuga is. Yugas might be a pretty well-known concept, but it's still important to make sure we're on the same page. Plus, talking about it might help us figure out what the differences are between our concept and Asha's concept. So first off, does everyone here know what yugas are in our world? Nope. I don't. So I was hoping you could fill me in. I do, but I'd like to go over them anyway. I don't.
Yugas are a Hindu concept that says the world is always cycling between 4 distinct periods. In order, those periods are called Krata or Satya, Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. When the Kali Yuga draws near, law, order, and morality cease to exist, and the world starts to fill up with evil instead. Then, when the Kali Yuga ends, the gods are said to destroy the world, remake it, and let a new Karata Yuga begin all over again.
Thank you, Captain.
Not at all. I just overheard something with which I was familiar, so I thought I would chime in. That's all I had to say.
Captain, now I see. If your true name is what I think it is, then you would have some ties to India. So you guys do know what yugas are? Well, that's a surprise. Oh, I get it. You were just teasing me, weren't you? You're so silly.
This truly is difficult. There are some concepts we share and some we don't. And both kinds are mixed together in the same word. At least it seems we're mostly on the same page when it comes to our enemy.
Oh, it's pronounced Kurita?
I also knew the devils called Kali appeared during the Kali Yuga to plunge the world into chaos.
Sure, but according to Asha here, today's only supposed to be the third one. Dvapara Yuga. Oh, the Kali are always around. They're just more of them depending on the Yuga. You almost never see one during Kurita Yuga. And there's so many during Kali Yuga, it's shocking. If a Kali kills you, you won't be able to receive the god's blessing anymore. That's why people pray so hard. I mean, that's why everyone prays so hard. So it's not getting killed they're worried about, but what comes afterwards? Does she mean that in a religious sense?
Whatever the reason for it, it sounds like there will be even more Kali attacking that town tomorrow. What would you have us do, Master?
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Especially since we killed a bunch of their god's messengers, you know? I don't know if they replenish. That might be bad since we destroyed them. I agree. Chaldea values human life above all else, even if that notion flies in the face of how this Lostbelt works. We can defend them from outside the village so that way we're not intruding and beat you and they don't throw stones at us.
Exactly. Sometimes there are things you just have to do, regardless of whether people hate you or even cast stones at you for it.
Wow, the Yuga cycle lasts for 4,320,000 years? That is amazing.
In my case, those things come so naturally to me that it's hardly even a choice. My body just ends up moving on its own. I think that's what happened back when I lent my aid to Sugriva long ago. That man I failed to save earlier, his dying scream was not one of a man who was made peace with his fate. This system seems evil to me. I may no longer be able to save that man's life, but I can at least make sure that tragedy never happens again.
Then, we're decided. We fight. Please be outside the village so we can use our noble phantasms, no worries.
This Lostbelt may not be familiar to us. Yet for some reason, this land of India feels familiar to me. Perhaps some of me originates here, as well as China. I can't say why, but I will not hesitate to protect these innocent people. Now we know what is happening. Tomorrow I will work even harder than ever. Do not worry, Master and Mash.
Neza. Ooh, the Ramayana takes place during the Treta Yuga, and the Mahabharata takes place at the tail end of the Dvapara Yuga. Wow, so it's different parts of the Yuga.
Lostbelt's... Wait, we've only just begun our investigation of this Lostbelt's tree of emptiness, to say nothing of this god's sky border object. Given that those townspeople could help shed some light on these things, I would certainly hate to lose any of them. It'll be dangerous to help them, but I won't stop you from doing so. The townspeople also call those white creatures sacred beasts, and they said they were the god's agents. But there weren't nearly enough of them to handle all the Kali, and that's before they went and tried to attack us too. We can't count on them. If we're going to be fighting even more Kali tomorrow, I would like to find another fighter or two to shore up our ranks when we have the chance.
And given what happened earlier, I don't think we can expect the townspeople to help us out. Fidgeting.
What is it, Asha? Is something the matter?
I'm glad Neza's here. Neza's good with children. No, nothing's wrong. See, back in town, I actually peeked out the window and saw you guys fighting. Oh, I was still praying to our god the whole time, so I think it should be totally fine. You were amazing. I've seen people go hunting before, and you guys didn't move anything like them. It was like you weren't even human. And then I saw you talking to other people far away after I followed you, and got surprised all over again. So, I was just wondering, are you guys maybe gods, but not the god?
Gods who aren't the god? That's an interesting way to put it.
Well, you know, there's only one god, and you're obviously not him, right? That's all I meant. I hope I didn't say anything weird. Only one god? But India's pantheon is known for being one of the largest in all mythology. I guess I did say something weird. I'm sorry. Lately, there's been rumors going around of people who seem like gods but aren't the god, so I just thought... As a matter of fact, Rama here is practically a god. As a matter of fact, Karna here is practically a god. You know, I'ma talk up Karna because Rama here is already talking himself up a lot. I'll be nice to my boy Karna.
That is not true, Master. I am merely the son of Surya, god of the sun. I am certainly no god myself.
I knew it. I've never heard of any god by that name before, but that's still amazing. I'm shocked. If Asha thought we were the beings she's heard rumors about, that would of course mean people are talking about other beings like us. It sure does, and whoever it is, they're very likely to be a servant. I knew there had to be at least one in this Lostbelt. They say one of them came to beat you not too long ago. I think they're staying on a mountain near here. Are they a friend of yours? They came to your town. They're not a friend of mine yet, but they soon will be. Heh. Uh-huh. There was time during the last Karita Yuga. No, I didn't get to meet them myself. Ooh, we be in the Kali Yuga for our time period right now? But they only took a little look around town before they went to the mountain.
Are you sure? They were not just a passing traveler?
I guess they could have been. But I heard they dressed really funny, and they even said they were a god. It could be a divine spirit. And if they were alone, they could also be a rogue servant. I'm sure they would be a powerful addition to our forces if we could convince them to help us.
Indeed. There's still a lot we don't know about this world's yugas. But we can focus on them once we have dealt with this immediate threat. Now that we've eaten our fill of those delicious bananas, I say we try and look for this being next.
I'm sorry. I wish I could show you the way, but I need to get home before I get in trouble. That's okay. If you can just tell us where to look, I'm sure we can find this place ourselves. I'm actually more worried about you, Asha. I know your town isn't too far from here, but I still don't like the idea of making you walk home by yourself. I'll be fine. The collie only just showed up, and I can always count on Vihan too. Alright, I didn't bring him with me, cause he got injured. But it's okay. I can be home in no time as long as I run all the way there.
Master.
Could you see that she gets home safely without her noticing? Would you mind quietly making sure she gets back safe? Can you see that she gets home safely without her noticing? Protect Asha.
Very well. You have my word that no harm will come to her.
Okay then. See you later, Miss... God? Just Miss is fine. See you later. Bye. If anything, If anything, only my fist gained that title. Only my fist could gain the title of being a god because I have punched multiple gods at this point in a way. I've wrestled. I've legitimately punched. You know, I was so surprised when she came all the way after us just to say thanks. Especially given how the adults there reacted to us. She was so sweet, and we learned a lot of useful things from her. Definitely. That said, Mash, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but... Yes, I know. Once we destroy this Lostbelt, she and Ajay are going to disappear, just like the people we met in the other ones.
From a purely pragmatic perspective, maintaining good relations with the locals will facilitate our information gathering efforts. I suppose the only advice I can give is to not think about it too much.
Yeah. Holmes is right. Let's just be ourselves and not worry about it for now. Okay, Master.
I did as you instructed, Master. Asha walked straight back to town and is now safe and sound in her home.
Thanks, Karna. I appreciate it. Thanks, Karna.
I kept an eye out for the collie on the way there and back, but didn't see a single one. However, I can't say for certain whether that is because they had just attacked, as Asha said, or if it was merely a coincidence.
Unfortunately, there is still a great deal we do not know about these beings.
Well, it won't be long before we face them again, and that gives us all the more reason to bolster our forces. So let us be off to this mountain where the god lives. I wonder what sort of god they are. It would certainly be nice if it turns out to be one we know, just to save time. Of course, I'm hoping that it'll be Sita. She's the avatar of Lakshmi, so she could easily have ended up being treated as a god in her own right. I hope he'll be reunited with her as well, but there's no guarantee this servant will even be an Indian god. They're just as likely to turn out to be a god from the West, or some other religion altogether. The odds of our encountering a familiar face are really quite slim. Just try not to get your hopes up too high.
Time to meet our new friend. After I probably have to fight him first. I'll fist fight him. I'll prove my worth. We can arm wrestle. We can have a thumb war. Northern Sacred Mountain. A mountain where one encounters God. I just hope I do not get yeeted off the mountain. Like inside of Shimosa, I will never forget that. Where the snakey just yeeted me. That haunts you. That's a haunting thought. Ooh, pretty. I'm guessing that was showing what part of the Yuga cycle we're in. This is the mountain Asha told us about.
So far, I'm not seeing a god we're looking for. I don't detect a servant reading from here. What can you sense? I think I can sense something akin to a divine aura, but it's too faint to be certain. I sense it too. At least we would seem to be on the right track. Let's keep looking around. Hey! Is anyone here? Sita! It's me, Rama!
Is anybody here? Fofo! Fofo!
This is getting us nowhere. We should split up and cover more ground. That is very true. I can fly by using my windfire wheels. I will search from the skies above.
Windfire wheels. That is very, very convenient and wonderful ability. Thank you, Neza. But please don't go off too far, Neza. We don't know what else might be here. Do you think she'll be okay?
Don't worry. She's a venerated hero in her own right. I'm sure she'll be fine. She said it herself. She's somewhat similar to us in certain ways. I do agree that her tendency to rush headlong toward her goals
with a single-minded earnestness has the potential to cause trouble. But I also doubt there are few who can keep up with her sheer airborne maneuverability. Besides, it seems we have our own things to worry about.
Yeah, figures it'd be a monster or two living around the mountain where a god lives. Think you guys could get these things out quickly so you can get back to looking for them, please? Okay, we will hunt. We need more food. I don't know if bananas are good enough. Bananas are filling, but I need more sustenance. My stomach craves meat. Meat is too delicious. Please, more demonic boars. Just for me. Ooh, there's some dust in my keyboard. It bothers me. I'm gonna blow on it real quick. Oof. The air can is too far away. I'm just gonna rely on just blowing air for now. Too lazy to reach for an air can. Ooh, bring on the damage. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna make Musashi extra powerful. I love Demon Boar. I get to eat good. I got some bacon. I can't wait to eat some demonic boar tonight. My demonic boar adobo. And to an extent, the longer I wait, the better it's gonna taste. That way the deliciousness can soak into the meat and potatoes. I want to eat my potatoes. Highly recommend adobo. Both pork and chicken. They both taste so good. And they're fairly simple to make. Either with a pot or a pressure cooker. Ooh, I can use double noble phantasm. Nice. Yay for extra power. This is gonna be lovely. This world may be debuffing me, but it's fine. Especially since I got all these buffs. I think I can get them in one turn. I wonder how the demonic grasshoppers taste. I like the taste of crickets. So maybe grasshoppers are delicious too? They kind of look like crickets. I mean, these look like wasps, but grasshoppers, cricket, similar-ish. Man, it's so funny just hearing Musashi fangirl.
Have you disposed of all the hostiles then?
Yes, it was no problem. I don't think the Ortonax has ever been in better shape. It's so much more stable now than it was before we came to the Wandering Sea. Not only does it have properly outfitted equipment now, but having both Da Vinci and Sion fine-tune it like this. Fine-tune it is like... this one proverb I heard a while ago. Giving an ogre a heavy weapon?
Something's not right.
I knew it. I thought it sounded strange as soon as the words left my mouth. Kintoki's the one who taught me that expression, but I think something might have gotten lost in translation. I do not know that proverb, so I wouldn't be able to help you, Mash. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with the Japanese sayings either. I was speaking about our enemies. They are indeed all gone. But there is something else here. Something whose intentions I cannot discern.
Huh?
There. What?
Show yourself.
The dust cleared to show a human with a sublimely beautiful body. I like my first reaction to seeing him. I'm just like, damn! Damn, that body is beautiful! A body with perfect symmetry, as if it were the epitome of genderless beauty. Yeah, look at me being like, Mr. Pepperoncino. Pepperoncino, you're goals. You got a fine bod. Their lips curved in an indomitable but amicable smile. Even after Karna's spears sailed past them, grazing their side and obliterating a boulder with sufficient force to impale 100 frail-bodied humans. They were smiling. They were smiling with the same casual ease as a person enjoying a gentle breeze at an outdoor cafe. Their face betraying not so much as a hint of fear or panic. It was as though they had not a care in the world, even after being millimeters from death. Pepperoncino just built different. My. Since when is a servant supposed to go tossing spears at a fragile little human? I'm digging your outfit. I like it. And your hair.
Were you a normal human, I would indeed be deeply ashamed, but I sense such an attack would not nearly be enough to end you. Now that I've seen you for myself, I'm even more confident in that assertion.
Well, doesn't that just smack a bit of ex post facto covering your derriere, honey? I thought I hidden myself pretty well, so imagine my surprise when that spear went whizzing past me. Oh well, that's what I get for not being more careful about investigating strange noises. You're... Pepperoncino? Hey, long time no see, Mashi. Oh my, you're so much more expressive now than you were the last time I saw you. Well, I think that's just peachy. Pepperoncino, please join me. You are welcome in my Chaldea. Out of all the cryptors, I want you the most. Stares at you, maiden. Yeah, you the most. Ha ha ha. Pepperoncino, join me. Please join me. Let us be friends. The moment I saw that thing soaring across the sky, I was overcome with emotion. Loathing as foul and putrid as excrement. Rage so hot it could blind me. And above all, some thing I couldn't ignore no matter how hard I tried. Which is why I had to destroy it no matter what. What? Who are? Good luck, Neza.
Scandinavia Pepperoncino, you're one of the cryptors.
Abstatively. And you must be Chaldea's new director. As for you... why, you must be Mashi's master, Misaki. ... That's right. Can we be friends? Defeat means friendship, yes. We gotta duke it out. I'll fist fight Pepperoncino. One-on-one. I've got practice beating up Munair. Oh my, how forthcoming of you. I like that. If you're here, Pepperoncino, then... you must be the cryptor in charge of this Lostbelt, aren't you?
Yes, I suppose I am.
So you're here to stop us from cutting down the Tree of Emptiness. So you're the one trying to grow this Lostbelt. Right, almost slipped my mind. Before we do that whole song and dance, there's something I really should warn you about. Oh, and what is that? Don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly happy to sit here and chat with you all you like. But maybe you should be a little more concerned about your absent friend right now. Huh? What are you talking about? What is? Look out! Something's plummeting right towards you. They're servants. One of them is Neza, but her vital signs are dropping like a rock. And the other one is... What in the world? Who's Neza fighting? Neza! Master, it's Neza, but her body is... I failed. I was careless. Master, I'm sorry. Wait. What? It's just a start. Wait, no. This is beyond terrible. It would be one thing if I had only lost. But this... Master, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have helped you more. Wait, no! Keep your guard up, Master. We can mourn for later. Those dust clouds are clearing away, and whoever killed Neza is about to step out. No! Ooh, bolognese or ramen for dinner? That is a tough decision. You know, in this weather, ramen sounds pretty good. Those dust clouds are clearing away, and whoever killed Nez is about to step out. What? Huh? Neza? Well, I guess Neza's still here, but not the Neza I know. Yes, it's a shiny Neza. I gotta catch it. I'm afraid not. Yes, that is Neza, but she's not the one we know. I will be direct. The Neza you know is gone. Her spirit origin has completely vanished. The Neza before you now is not the one summoned at the Wandering Sea, nor the one who was once present at Chaldea. I suspect that servant there is a different side of Neza, and an enemy who serves this Lostbelt. I want to summon this Neza too. Report. Individual exercise complete. Hereby returning to my duty as Divine General. Eliminating foreign elements. Commencing operation. I have a report to make. The tall man is gone. I didn't even see him leave. Pepper and Chino just used instant teleportation, instant transmission as one do, you know? I want to learn instant transmission. That would make traveling so much easier. That's concerning too. But we don't have time to go looking for him now. I don't know if this Neza is a servant or not, but her intentions couldn't be more hostile. We'll have to focus on dealing with her first. Here she comes, Master and Mash. I know how you feel right now, but you need to get your heads in the game. Right. Disengaging Ortonax limiters, preparing for full-powered anti-servant combat. And there's so many epic Spiritron dresses that I want. If I had to choose between one that hasn't been released, I want a Stalfos Agartha outfit. Or Daeon's. Or heck, even Drake's. So many good options just in general. Neza, you're so tanky. Oh, I do not like that sure hit. Sure hit is evil.
ならばこうしましょう。
Sure hit hurts me. I'm going to use all noble phantasms and just fingers crossed. And I'm going to stun Neza because Neza scares me. Might as well just give all the buffs I can. And there. I'll sit back and enjoy the carnage. Well, find my water bottle. Where are you? Yum. Oof, that didn't even take half of her gauge. That hurts a lot. Oh well. I can at least use all Misaki here. Work on filling her gauge up. Yay! Oof. Yo, she really hates Musashi. Musashi, what did you do to her to make her hate you so much? Besides everything, really. But oof. I'll give that to Arjuna just for fun. No fear, no fear. Oof. Okay, I'm glad that the sure hit's gone. Phew. No fear, no fear. Wait, there's not gonna be a Requiem rerun? There isn't? I hope I don't have to redo it. But if I do have to redo it, I'll bring my Gundam. I like how this land has a lot of berserkers. I too like berserkers. So this world kinda is cool. Oh, I hate evade when I'm not the one doing it. Oh man, there's 3 left. Shoot. Even the noble phantasm wouldn't. Oh man. I'm gonna keep Arjuna alive. Sorry, Jason. You might potentially take one for the team. I mean, you'll give yourself a bay just to hope. And now time to watch the carnage. Ha ha ha. Sobs. Gauge feeling good. Oof. Okay, I'm glad I gave Jason a bait for that then. I was not expecting AoE. Fear, fear.
手
Ugh.
をならばこうしましょう
Oh, but why? Event reruns are the greatest.
当然だろ
At least I like them.
粛清排除行きま
我
しょう
に業をさらせと申すか
Man, that's terrifying.
星の灯火は消え諸人は運命を裁かれるマハープララが帰ってきましょう
Oof, that damage. Neza, get rid of your shield, please.
三千大戦天魔
王終わるがいい
But at least there's hope. Oof.
これだけか
For Jason. So Jason is a true gentleman. He wants to heal Nobu.
当然だろ
So thank you, Jason, for being so kind.
了解しますなるほど
メッセ
Come on, just a little bit more. Oof. Bye, Jason. Thank you. Phew, Arjuna lived. Nobu, save us.
ージであるかメッセ目覚
Thanks, Nobu.
め天魔早々殺せ殺めい大殺せい我こそが第六天魔王織田信長
I want that Neza to join me. She's strong. Battle is proceeding smoothly. Victory is at hand. You might be a little more talkative than our Neza, but you don't understand your situation at all. Denied? There is nothing wrong with my analytical capabilities. Hmm? Higher priority recalled. Disengaging from battle. Aw, Pepper and Chino saved us. Or was just testing us. Either way.
Damn, she got away. Was she acting on her master's orders? I can't tell, but Neza was a formidable fighter indeed. I sense that she is optimized for this land. If we had kept at it, one of us would have ended up resorting to releasing the full power of the noble phantasm.
So, if he has shiny Neza, that means I can never steal his summon. Aw, sadness. I can't do the thing that I've done to all the other cryptors.
Perhaps we should be grateful that this mountain, where the god we are looking for resides, still stands intact.
Oh. Mash.
I know what's going on. It's a lot like the tides. No matter how much you plead or how much you pray, there are some things you can't stop. And you just have to accept them. I got to know Neza pretty decently myself after I met her in the Wandering Sea. It's true that I was interested in how her mechanical body was made with sage arts, but I also felt like we were similar somehow. So I know that Neza was a great warrior and an upstanding servant. I'm sure she was prepared for this, much more than she needed to be. She would never want you guys to be so sad about her that you stop moving forward.
Yes, you're right.
Let me just ask you one thing. Did she die in vain? Not at all. The enemy's sheer mobility was like few things I've ever seen. If Neza hadn't come in contact with them first, they might have taken us by surprise and critically injured all of us. If that's what you think, hero of benefaction, then it must be true. Then when we get back, and I will make my report to Sion,
I'll tell her Neza fulfilled her duties admirably. I'm sorry, I'm okay now. Let's get back to work. Agreed. Now is not the time for you to worry about this other Neza. We'll handle that analysis on our end. Although, one thing I did notice in your battle just now was that she did not appear to be subject to this world's estrangement effect as you are. So we may be able to learn more about that effect by focusing our efforts there. This world's estrangement effect, that's a good way to put it. It does feel like we aren't truly in this world, even though we clearly are. Anyway, we won't have answers for you anytime soon, so I'd like you guys to keep going with your God search for now. Then we'll do just that. Come on. Come now, cheer up. King's orders. Moping around will get us anywhere. Sometimes you have to say goodbye before you're ready, and others, you get to meet someone you've never expected. That's life. Now come on, Master. We have a new god to meet. Yeah. Okay, let's go find them. And then arm wrestle with them so they join our side. Oh. Yes, Master. I promise to give this search my full effort. Aw, I like how they had that little mash transition before it ended. She's stealing herself. Ooh, scary. I guess I get to fight the god then. I gotta assert my dominance. All that aside. Where is this god? I can sense something nearby, but I don't see them anywhere. I've actually worked up a sweat from walking around so much. I think I'll take a little break here. Aha! This rock should make a fine seat. There we go. Dah! What in the world was that? It sounded like a pig squealing for its life. I can't take it anymore. A beautiful boy's beautiful body coming in direct contact with me. I like her. I want to summon her. Oh, this is great. I mean, never mind that. Testing. How dare you, humans? Mans. Bow your heads before me. Me. You are in the presence of a god. Odd. Leave here at once if you value your lives. Ives. Do that, and I promise your family will live in health, and your business will prosper. What the? Did the rock just talk? Fo. Special translation. Alright, kill it with fire. Okay, she's supposed to sound like she's got reverb. What was that? What a cheeky little animal you are. Daring to challenge a god. Foo-hee-hee. Yes, I can understand you. Know why? 'Cause I'm a god. Very well then. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have. Now leave all your money behind as an offering. Ing. I want to summon her. I want her to spook me. She funny. I know she's a moon cancer. I feel like I should bring along Castori that has a different craft essence. Because this might hurt. I want to summon her though. I really like her. She's funny. I like her first reaction to being sat on. Like, oh my god, it's a beautiful boy! Putting his beautiful boy bod on me. What happened to the other Castorias, the one with the other craft essences? I know they exist. They're just playing hard to get. But I should use them right now because slight tinge of fear. Oh, they really are hiding. I'm just gonna refresh one more time and hope for the best. And there's one. Okay. I'll take her out. Ooh, Bella Lisa would be the preferred craft essence here. Do I get lots of money? Okay, I'm slowly scrolling. Wait, she doesn't get a bonus, so I guess she's not gonna be counted as a moon cancer yet? And if that's the case, I'm not gonna... Actually, I'll bring some people that are single target because I should be smart. Semi-smart. Okay, stairs. Single target peoples that I've raised. Hajime-chan, I could use you. Because you do a single enemy attack. Hajime-chan. And someone else who single attacks would be good. And of course, preferably people who have arts, right? So... Did I raise you? No, I did not. Should have known based on the card you have. Let's see. Slowly scrolling. I have my Lambda. Yeah. Oh wait, she was all enemies. Oops. And... Onicure. Yeah, that should be fine. Because I'm assuming she's by herself. If it's not an especially hard fight, good. Very, very good. No fear, no fear. Wow, the one time I'm so happy to see a bunch of arts cards. Yeah, the one time. Might as well just use all Hajime-chan. Oh, for you, Hajime-chan. And I'll put up Castoria's gauge too. Just because I want to use her Noble Phantasm before the lovely statue does hers. Great job, Hajime-chan. Oof. Well, Hajime's prepared. Kind of, sort of. Oh, this was all allies. Oops. I won't use that yet. I can save that. I think. Actually, just in case I'm a stun. I don't know if she's gonna fill up her gauge. As some do. Phew. I will do this. NP seal good. And then raise gauge. Oh shoot, only here was a Berserker, I forgot. Raise gauge good. I wanna break that. I wanna break that bar. Well, time to use this. Might as well just use all Castoria here at this point. Just so I can hopefully break that bar. If I don't, oof. Please break it. Okay, nice. Since I defeated her technically, have I won her over? Are we now besties? Worship me, praise me, spoil me, run to the convenience store and get me some more ice cream so I can concentrate on grinding. Me? That is me, I want ice cream. Hey, Karna, this divine aura, it can't be what I think it is, can it? Don't move, Rama. This won't take long. Huh? What? Wah! Hey, watch it! Do you have any idea what a close shave that was? Is that a hamster in her hand? I want some of her food. Your spearhead was just a few centimeters away from making a yucky shish kebab out of my flap. Karna? What are you doing here? I was just about to ask you that. What are you doing here? Beep! Oh? Oh? At least they recognize each other. Oh, now here's the Moon Cancer fight. Okay, and perfect. Well, well, well. I am prepared now. I'm just gonna scroll, scroll, scroll. And there. Yes. Wait, she's level 58. Oops, I derped. I forgot to raise her. You know, I'm just gonna feed her real quick. I'm gonna give her some delicious food. Yeah. Since I have some food for her, she can eat some. Wait, oops. Coming event. Scroll, 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 scroll. There. I'm saving their foes because I want to save them. Oh, Oh, Jinako's Karna's master? Inside of Fate Extra CCC? That makes it extra awkward then, huh?
あら、私に貢いでくださるの？当然といえば当然ですが、感謝ぐらいはしておきますわ。
Yes, this is my tribute, so you can help me fight. Take it. Here you go, eat. Eat the deliciousness.
Lady Justice と呼んでいただいても不足のない華麗さではないかしら。ここまで来たからには最後まで行くのがパーフェクトな美というもの。頼りにしていますわ、マスター。
Thank you for counting on me. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There, from here. I'm saving those foes for when I summon some others. Here's your tribute. Thank you, thank you. Eat, it's delicious. Come on, give me a great success rate. Nope, it's fine. Scroll, scroll, scroll from hero feed. Nom nom nom, delicious. Eat these. They're good for you. This gives me more space too, which is good. You can always use more space. Here, feast. Delicious. These are like candies. They kind of look like marbles, but you should not eat marbles. Instead, these are hard candies. They're good for you. Magical candy that's good for you. All our proportions are different in CCC? Huh. That is a big difference.
ここまでしてくださったことは決して無駄にはいたしません。胸を張りなさい。あなたはマスターとしてなすべきことをなしたのです。ならば私は天秤の女神としてふさわしい活躍をご覧に入れましょう。
Thank you, Estrella. Now feed her a bunch of gold. Eat. Delicious. I don't ever use the auto-selecting embers. I don't know if I like the ones they choose for me. I never use that side. And there, this is all I'm gonna feed. That should be good enough.
What?
Okay. Yep, good enough. Maybe. If not, oops. Karna? What are you doing here? I was just about to ask you that. What are you doing here? Beep. There was a woman in there? Do you two know each other? Did I just say something? What a strange feeling. I have no idea what I said. I have no idea why I said. I was just about to ask you that, or what it was I wanted to say afterwards. Aww, I ruined it. I ruined his train of thought and now he snapped out of it. I feel sad. This is all very unclear, even to me. I've never met this woman before, and yet, it's strange. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It feels as though I've just met the light of my life. And like I've just encountered my big sister. And like I've just encountered my life coach. And like I've just encountered someone who needs to be cared for and tended to all at once. I'm afraid I don't know how else to put it. Oops, I forgot to put her in the party. If she wasn't in there just now, oops. Ah, so that's what's going on. I guess it makes sense since Karna's not a god. So he just vaguely remembers his former masters from the other worlds. Oh well, can't help that now. Besides, nobody has to know as long as I keep my mouth shut. So you feel like we were friends even though we've never met before, What do you know? That's more or less how I feel too. I get the feeling a lot of stuff's happened, but I can't seem to remember any of it clearly. Hey, doesn't this remind you of one of those RPGs where the protagonist got amnesia and had a tortured past? I wonder when we'll get to the cutscene where I awaken to my hidden power. Not that waking up is really all that high on my to-do list, really. Personally, I prefer to hang out in the starter village and wait for someone else to defeat the final boss. I see you're, a very unique person.
Wait, there's one thing I know for sure. You're human. But then, how are you cloaked in that divine aura?
Oh, that. Sorry, Karna, but you've got it all wrong. I guess not even your vaunted sight managed to see all the way to the truth of the matter this time. Meh, heh, heh. Me? Human? Perish the thought. I'll have you know I'm one of the best known and most popular gods in the whole world. Just call me Ganesha. ... Oh. Hey, which one of you just called me Indian mythology's sideshow act? Look, I can understand why you'd do a double take. Had a gal with an elephant for a head, but my frame and divinity are the real deal. So, show me the respect I deserve, damn it!
Of course I respect Ganesha, and I can more or less tell that your divine aura is genuine. But then there's this other aura that couldn't be further from the divine. Yes, that's exactly it, Rama. I'm impressed. It only took you a moment to see through this being's true nature.
Hey, you don't gotta be that impressed.
From what you've said, the young lady appears to be a pseudo-servant with the divine spirit Ganesha as her core. Ganesha is known for many things, including wisdom, wealth, prosperity, fortune, business, and the removal of obstacles. Truly fascinating.
Chaldea had its fair share of divine spirit servants of all kinds, but this one looks to be more like its vessel than the spirit inhabiting it. Think Zhuge Liang, only with the divine spirit instead of a heroic one. I've definitely heard the name Ganesha before, and I think I at least know the essentials about him. Was that the one Parvati was saying was her son? Or is it? Oh. Yep. His elephant head is probably his most famous aspect, and he's also said to be the son of Shiva's wife, Parvati. Nash answered me. It's too bad Parvati's not here with us. Then you could have had a nice mother-child reunion. Yeah, she's around too. Oh, not right now. I was just speaking hypothetically. Do you not wish to see her? Oh well, it's not like I mind or anything. I just really don't care for the way she always blurts out whatever she's thinking. While I'm at it, would it have killed her to give birth to me in a more normal way? As for my old papa, well, he's the guy who cut off my head and figured everything would be fine if he just stuck an elephant in its place. So I'm not sure I really know what to say if I ran into him now. Basically, even I, Ganesha, might start freaking out a bit if both my parents were here. Though I do still respect them, I think. I see. That sounds complicated.
Oh, 4. I've had just about enough of this. Well done in finding a divine spirit servant, but you didn't come all this way to waste time on meaningless drivel.
Who's this stout old guy?
You were about to say fat, weren't you?
Well, I'm a god, so I figured I'd show some mercy and not diss you at our first meeting.
Is that so? Well, how bloody kind of you. Frankly, you're the last one here who should be commenting on my physique. Does this mean you now have a friend with whom you can discuss fitness? This may be a cause for celebration.
What are you talking about? I don't want to celebrate anything like that.
At any rate, that man is something like a supervisor of my current master, Misaki. Damn right I am. I'm not just a noble with a bit of extra girth. I'm the leader of this entire operation. You're rogue servant, are you not? Then be a good lass and help us out.
What? You want to make me work? Hard pass. Ninja vanish. She went back inside that statue.
We need all the help we can get to keep the nearby village safe. Especially now that we've just lost one of our most capable allies.
It sounds like you guys have it rough. But sorry, I can't help. If you need someone to help you fight, you'd better try some other god. Honestly, I don't want to fight even a little bit. I'm just gonna hang out in here and keep enjoying my sweet, sweet shut-in life. She'd get along well with Osaka Behime. It's actually way more comfortable in here than it looks. It's got cushioning out the wazoo, and of course it's fully air-conditioned. I can even manifest handheld game consoles in here thanks to my mysterious godly powers of wealth. There's nothing like a good roguelike for killing time. I could play those for hours on end.
She is stubborn. I know from experience how hard it can be to get her to act. At least, I think I do. Master, would you happen to know if there are any stores around here that sell Swiss rolls?
Why Swiss rolls?
I was speaking figuratively. I only meant that I have some idea of how to handle her.
If you got a way to convince her to help us, go for it.
Understood. Then I will drag her out of there by force.
It's not the most diplomatic solution, but for some reason, I get the sense that we would actually be doing her a favor.
Indeed. This is how we usually handle gods who refuse to listen to reason.
No way. My butt shall not leave these cushions. I'm warning you. Anyone who tries to mess with my shut-in lifestyle's in for a seriously bad day. It's still hard for me to believe she's a god when she says things like that. But we can't afford to back down now. I'll help Karna try to get her outside as peacefully as possible.
Boo ha ha, you fools! Her earlier battle was just a demo. Now witness Ganesha's full power.
Ganesha, let me summon you, girl. We'll get along. We can play games together while sitting and eating snacks. Doesn't that sound great? Would you like some of my food? I'll share my dinner with you. Yeah, I forgot to put Estrella in. I'm a dum-dum. You know, I'll withdraw. No fear. I derped. I mean, you didn't see that. That didn't happen. I was afraid the game was gonna randomly troll me. Crashing. Because I said that. Like, you saw nothing crashes. But oof. That was a good Castoria. Oof, oof. There. And I will be smart. Scroll, 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 scroll. There. There, look, I pressed OK and now start quest. You saw nothing earlier. That was all an illusion. A hallucination. Mass hysteria. Yes. Now this is the real deal. The true ending, where I use Estrella.
獲物はすべていただいていきますわよ。ああ、腕が鳴りますわ。
Okay, I like this. I can use all arts here. Perfect. I will do this. I will. Well, I want to be buffer, so I guess I'll use that. I'll use this. I'll actually save Castoria's arts thing. And then now I do the thing. What do you do again? Okay. And maybe if I'm lucky I can break her gauge. Her bar.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。
I will not let the debuff of this world hurt me too much. I just gotta buff myself more than the world can debuff me.
あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が宝石庫はこの夜空。あなたの罪はこの星の数。
Ooh, pretty close. I'm seriously surprised though how Hajime-chan came home so many times and Himiko said no. Next time Himiko's back, I should say the chant. Full summoning ritual just to see if she actually comes home. So much sadness that she didn't want to come home. I wish she did. I really wish she did. Ha. Oh well. Time to break a gauge.
え、任せなさい。負けないぞ。え、光よ。
Nice. Me like a hermit crab. Oof. Well, it's still gonna be fine. I'll just do it that way. And maybe I'll put in... do I want to put... Actually, no, I'm just gonna be edgy, because I believe at this point.
判決の時です。無敵の剣。任せなさい。
流派だのなんだの関係ねえよ。強いやつが勝つだけ。
Come on, Hajime-chan. You got this. You had so much practice on those Haniwa Nobus. You can break someone out of a statue.
そして、あなたの罪の重さ。こうかしら。中の砂のいない遠目のパーだね。ガネッシュインパクト。必ず返して差し上げます。
That's a good way to attack. Oh no, invincible. I hate when they have invincible, but it's fine. I can use this to fill up my gauge. Opportunities. Yo, I'm surprised Castoria survived. Thank you, Ganesha, for not body slamming fully. Really? Really? You're invincibling again? That ain't fair. That was so not fair. Boy.
負けないぞ。
はいはい。よっ。
突 破します。
Okay, I was holding my breath just in case she was gonna invincible again, because that would have been annoying. Let this be fine.
運命、
いいじゃない
我が天秤に祈り
No,
なさ
I
い。
can invincible again.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ、幕を開けて。
I want to summon her for her personality, but getting her would also be great as an asset too.
流派だのなんだの関係ねえよ。強いやつが勝つだけ。俺みたいになあ。
あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が
Come
宝
on.
石庫はこの夜空。あなたの罪はこの星の数。クリストフ
Ooh, enjoy your rest. And the healing hurts too. Bye, Castoria. She went out because of water. Amazing much wow.
え
And also oof.
宝石の声を聞けばよいのでしょ。
Ah. Man.
殺す
Let's see, that's 3 turns. Also use that.
逆に行こうよ。
Might as well. Sorry, Nobu, you're just here to suffer.
よいぞよいぞ。
No, I guess I gotta just raise my gauge in this turn.
こうかしら。え
Ooh, good night to you too. Ganesha, let's just go out for food after this. Come on, you know you wanna. Be besties.
我が天秤に
We
集
can
い。
eat tasty things together. Come on. I don't need to use that one yet. And there, yes. Good.
そうしますの。
はいはい。
裁定を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。クリストス。
I wonder how hard the stone, like the stone her statue is made out of is.
ワン、
Because we're hitting it so much.
スリー。あら、カウントは必要なかったかしら。
Wow, Hajime-chan really liked that fight. No! My paradise suit! Well done. It's good for your health to get outside and exercise now and then. Why you have to be so boring and right all the time, Karna? Who do you think you are? My dad? My mom? How strange. I'm certain I have no connection to Ganesha, yet I find myself inexorably compelled to help you. Was I a fan of Ganesha back when I was alive? Ha ha ha, so we won? We won, right? Then since we now hold your life in our hands, you're going to cooperate with us, whether you like it or not. This freaking guy again. You know, the way you just expect I'm gonna go along with whatever you say reminds me of a teacher I had back in middle school. I really hated that guy. Maybe your fat ass needs a bit of divine retribution for abusing your authority. Oh, I love this. What future servant am I aiming for, everyone? Listen, I just want to talk. Will you hear what we have to say? Well, I do feel a kind of kinship with you, seeing as you look to be the only other plain Jane here. So I guess I can at least hear you out, especially since it doesn't look like Karna's gonna give up anytime soon. Besides, if I'm being honest, I still don't fully get what's going on around here anyway. So what is it you want to talk about? The world's been bleached clean, trees of emptiness, and Lostbelt? Recap. I see. Alright, I get the gist. Sounds like things are even rougher for you guys than I thought. Although, you. What about me? You're actually the most important part of your operation. What gives? I thought you were a fellow plain Jane, turncoat. Yes, she is. Senpai may only be ranked as a standard class master, but her accomplishments easily meet or exceed those of the A-rank mage. Okay, yes she is. I thought the yes she is was about me being a plain Jane. I was gonna be like, Mash, why are you calling me basic? I would be happy to elaborate, but I'm afraid that to do so adequately would require me to write at least a 500-page report. And it would unfortunately be a little difficult to do that now. You don't seem like you could tell a joke with a straight face. You're serious, aren't you? Yikes.
You're the vessel for a divine spirit now. Doesn't that mean you're also anything but ordinary?
Oh, come on, Karna. You can at least pretend to back me up here. On the second thought, never mind. You just say something like she was never ordinary, her unusual weight and waistline clearly set her apart. And the worst part is, you wouldn't even be saying it to be mean.
How did you know? Perhaps you truly were worthy to be chosen by Ganesha. No wait, something tells me that can't possibly be the case. All that aside, I do have to wonder, why were you summoned to this Lostbelt?
Why was I summoned? Believe me, I've been asking myself the same question. I think it was kind of a you've been chosen deal. Like, Ganesha inside me showed up and said something like,
Save the world, hero of the digital realm. If diversity is proper human history's greatest strength, then even someone like you can do this. Now's the time for you to spread your wings, and since this is a request from my mother, not doing so is not an option. Be warned, if you fail to save the world, you will never return to the way you were.
So yeah, Ganesha seems to be a pretty nice god, and he's definitely an Indian one at heart. Oh, and don't bother asking me about my class. I'm not quite sure what it is either. I think that might be because Ganesha found me through some sort of devilish intermediary or something. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this extra class either. But we can worry about that later. At any rate, it seems pretty clear that the counterforce summoned her here automatically. So it seems like a safe bet she'll end up joining our side. But why Ganesha choose me of all people? I'm just an unemployed shut-in with excess padding. If it were up to me, I'd be demanding an explanation from him and requesting he choose someone else immediately. Of course, I guess that's kind of moot now that I'm Ganesha.
I think it comes down to compatibility. You may be an ordinary person, but you are an ordinary person with some exceptional qualities. I may not remember why I know that, but I do know that for certain.
There you go saying things like that, with a straight face again. Humph. Oh.
That goes for you too, Misaki. I'm not good with words, so I can't explain it well, but you may have exceptional qualities. You may not be a great warrior or a powerful mage, but you are a great master.
What do you mean I'm not a great warrior? I punched a demon god, I wrestled with a goddess, I punched Munair in the face. Thanks. Come on, you're gonna make me blush. Thanks. Anywho, even if I don't like it, I figured now that I'm here, there must be something I meant to do. So I took a look around and happened upon that town, but it couldn't have been any more idyllic. We're talking this is what world peace looks like, peaceful. Even a shut-in like me couldn't help but admire the fields of flowers and find this world beautiful. So I figured there was nothing for me to do after all, and Ganesha must have messed up and sent me to the right place at the wrong time or something. So I came back here and have been enjoying my lazy, neat life ever since. The end. Well, if you got a problem with that, then bring it on.
Tell me, how long ago were you summoned? When did you pay the town a visit?
I'd say about 5 days ago on both accounts. Okay, so according to what Asha told us, that'll be back during the first day, Kirita Yuga. Were the buildings broken back then? No. It was a perfectly neat little town, not so much as a break out of place. Then the destruction we saw must have all happened over the last 5 days, thanks to the Kali.
That was incredibly careless of you, Ganesha. If you'd only stayed there, you would have had every chance to fulfill your divine duties and save the townspeople.
Hey, what do you expect? There wasn't a single thing wrong with that place back then. What's done is done. There's no point dwelling on the past right now. We need to worry about tomorrow. We just lost a friend of ours a short while ago. I miss her terribly, but I'll never forget how determined she was to keep fighting. So I feel like we need to carry on in her stead and keep moving on, which is why we need your help. Will you please join us, Ganesha? I didn't even think the gods are real before, and now I am one. It's still hard to believe this is happening. Part of me is convinced this was all just a big mistake. But it does look like I've got a quest to save the world now. Have I ever thought about playing other games? I do every so often. And if there's a branch where a town gets attacked, open now. I guess I can't just sit back and watch. Fine, I'll go with you, alright? Just don't expect me to be much help in battle.
Harumph! You could have saved us all that. Yeah, you could have saved us all a lot of time if you just agreed to help us from the beginning.
Thank you, Ganesha. I'm so glad you'll be helping us. Okay guys, it's gonna be dark soon, and we don't want to be out and about in an unfamiliar land at night. So I say we go back to the cave and make camp there until morning. We'll head out again at the first sign of daybreak. Make sure you all get plenty of rest.
Imagine getting plenty of rest.
So fine, Da Vinci, I'll go eat my dinner now. That's considered resting. My stomach will be full and then maybe I'll get sleepy. But I got homework to do too. Is that the end of that section? Let me just make sure. Yes, it was. I feel pretty good. I did 3 sections today. So I'll save next time for Thursday since Wednesday's maintenance. So Thursday. So thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I will continue my journey in Yuga Kshetra on Thursday. Yep. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm listening to Da Vinci. She said to rest. And by that, I will eat. Feast.